Got the Mewtwo Level X tin to do this time. So let's get to it. Put this down here. Knife out. Knife away. Okay. Okay, gotta pick up the camera so you can see the Mewtwo when I open the tin. That is the Mewtwo Level X for the tins for this set. As you can see, promo. Let's zoom in. Just focus. This is more of a test of anything. I know you guys can make that out. I just want to make sure I can zoom in if I need to. It's a little shaky because of my hand, but I want to see if this autofocuses. I guess I could focus it about that distance. I'm still playing with the, although I got it so you can read text now, I'm still playing with the settings to get the right focus level. Again, I am no cameraman by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a computer administrator. I'm not a photographer. So I'm doing my best with that. But I think this artwork, back to the Pokemon stuff, I think this artwork for this Mewtwo rocks. It's American exclusive artwork. This was not a card in Japan. And I think our artists did a great job. In fact, I don't even think there's no
Hey you guys,
for
how is everyone doing? I wanted to show you this video from Echo. This video was 9 years ago, you guys. 9 years ago, and he's opening a Mewtwo tin. So I'm gonna pause that video. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm gonna remove that. You guys, that's 9 years ago. We are actually talking to a true collector who obviously has been in this, to me, in my opinion, has been in this for collecting Pokemon for such a long time. Great knowledge. Any type of questions or anything, let him know. He's here to help. I'm so honored to have him here and just to be part of the community. So not last, but it is a great honor. And I'm going to bring Echo in. How are ya? I'm going to remove myself.
Oh my God.
How are things?
Great. It's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome. This is fantastic. Oh my God, you made me blush with that. That's a throwback.
Echo is an OG. I told you the last stream we started with OG PokeTubers. We are bringing OG PokeTuber back, and there's nothing better to provide for the community than people that have been in the hobby, in this hobby particularly, for the longest time, who's going to give you guys the realest, that's the exact words I'm going to say from now on, the realest knowledge and in-depth. So the floor is yours.
Thanks. Welcome. I mean, thanks everyone for having me. Great to be here. I love doing these talks. I've done one before as well, and it was so much fun. I was like, man, as I got to do this again, this live stuff is awesome. So if at any point anybody has any questions, please ask. But I'll give a little bit of background first. So as PokeGal showed you, yeah, that video is from 9 years ago. I had like a little Sony camera. I used to pop the card out and pop it in my computer and like edit up the videos and stuff. But back then, no one was doing any sort of pack openings of any sort. And I mean, there was no profit in it at all. It was literally just, there was like a few people out there that did. Hey, Swami. Hey, Basic. There was like a few people that did pack openings literally just to share what they pulled. I mean, that was it. That was the only point to it. YouTube was kind of even still in its infancy in general. There wasn't a lot of YouTube channels, and I just wanted to do something. I don't know. I wanted to play around with YouTube, so I wanted to put something up that was related to one of the hobbies I had at the time, which my only real hobby, which was Pokemon. So a little bit of background. I've been playing and collecting since the beginning, since 1998. So Pokemon came out when I was in high school. I was a freshman in high school, and I got I was walking around the mall one day, was in GameStop, and saw the Prima strategy guide for Red and Blue, and thought it looked really cool. Was flipping through it and everything, and I was like, all right, well, this looks a little childish, but I'll pick it up. It looks like a great RPG. So I did, and like everyone was hooked instantly on Red and Blue. Like it was just like everyone, needs no explanation. So then I was in high school. I was captain of the football team, captain of the wrestling team. Never really hung around those type of people though. So I remember one night I was out with my parents. We were out to dinner. The restaurant was next to a baseball card shop. So I walked in, and I used to play a lot of other type of card games too. One like Mech Warrior, which isn't even, it's defunct at this point, but they had Mech Warrior packs. So I remember walking in, and they had some Pokemon packs, and I was really curious. I was like, what's this? I didn't really know anything about it. So I bought a couple packs that night. I think I pulled a Gyarados from base set in one of my first 3 packs. And then I had no idea what the card game was, but I was like, oh, these are little character representations of the Game Boy game that I'm playing. So originally I just wanted to get my team, my Game Boy team. I was like, let me get my team and then I'll be good. Like I don't want any more. Well, that obviously didn't pan out. The more I bought, the more I want it. This was right around the time when, Jungle, I think, had just come out. And the guy had the Japanese packs too. So I think when we got Jungle, Japan was up to Gym 1, I believe. So he had Japanese base through Gym 1 in his store. And I'll never forget, and here's some perspective for you guys. First edition base set, you could buy the packs for like $19 a pack. As many as you wanted all day long in the store. And this was during the hype craze too, right when it came out, and you could still pull base for 19 a pack. It was insane. But Unlimited was like 6 a pack. So, it's this. I was like, it's the same cards. I can get more if I buy Unlimited. So I didn't buy as much first. It was like a special treat because it was a lot more money. And I'm in high school. So, but then I remember, never having a lot of time in high school, because I was also a physics major. So my schedule was pretty regimented. But I do remember, having a couple hours here and there at night to myself before I'd go to bed. And I had all these cards. And I was like, well, what do we do? What do you do with these? So the more I looked into it, I started to figure out, there's a game based around all this. And then they had the 2-player, which I actually still have, the CD-ROM, the 2-player CD-ROM that you could pop in and to learn how to play Pokemon. So I had that. I popped that in the computer, and when I had a couple hours here and there, I learned how to play the trading card game. So I started to look up. Well, none of my friends played. I didn't have any real friends at that time in high school because I didn't hang around the people I went to high school with. But I looked it up. I called around, and there was a Toys R Us in my area that had Pokemon League. So, I thought I knew what I was doing. I built a deck, and then I showed up to Toys R Us, and it's intimidating because I'm a sophomore in high school at this point, and I walk into Toys R Us, and it's all parents and kids, like little kids, and it's packed wall to wall, like this tiny little room in the back of Toys R Us, and it's standing room only. And like, they sign your matches, kind of like you could play whoever you wanted, but I didn't know anyone. So like the gym leader at the time, he would tell us who to play and all that. And it was a little weird, not going to lie. I'm like 15 sitting down playing this like little 8-year-old. And I'm not going to lie, I got my butt kicked. I thought I knew how to play the game. I did not know how to play the game. So I'm a competitive person in general. So I was hooked. The day I was there, I was hooked. I went home. I started to research how to build decks, like the right way to build decks. We'll fast forward. I made a big group of friends there, all the older kids. We all started to hang out. That league went down. A Wizards of the Coast store was open in the mall. They opened a Wizards of the Coast store. Those no longer exist anymore either. But our league moved to there, which was there for a couple years. And that's where my group of friends really thrived. And we started to become closer and closer. Our league moved from there to a local church, where I actually hooked up and met with Mike Martin, PokePop. If anyone knows PokePop from the PokeGym days from PokeGym.net, me and Mike are good friends. He lives like 15 miles that way down the road from me. But so Mike is on the rules team. He's Team Compendium, and he's pretty in with the guys at the time at Wizards. So I was Mike's judge for all the East Coast level tournaments. I got into judging. I got into tournament organizing as I got older. You know, I was a good player, but my goal was always just to get to Worlds each year. It was not to go to every single tournament because money was tight back then, and you could get a box for judging or you can get a box for winning. Well, if I have my invite to Worlds for that year, I don't see the need to play. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I was a pretty high level player. So my highest placing, I went to Worlds 4 times. My highest placing was top 16. 3 years in a row. I went to the Fan Appreciation Tournament, which was the last year Wizards of the Coast had the game before Nintendo took over. And I could do a whole story just based off of that. It was the best experience, one of the best experiences of my life, the coolest tournament ever. Wizards blew out their stock room. I mean, I got 8 boxes of Skyridge for 10th place. I mean, I got a pallet of product. But 8 boxes of Skyridge. I opened so much Skyridge, I hated it by the time I was done opening it. Skyridge is its own unique story I could go into at some point if anyone's curious. But so I ran tournaments for a long time, went to Worlds, and then I went to college, came back from college. Life started to get in the way, had other things to do, had a career now. So I backed away from the game, I would say in 2010, 11, I backed away from the game. That group of friends I had, we got a house together. We started to play D&D more. And a couple of our other friends that play D&D didn't play Pokemon, so we got more into Magic the Gathering because it's more related to D&D, and I didn't have the money for 2 hobbies. So I never got rid of my cards. As you can see, they're all still behind me. And then I'd say around I met my former wife, and we purchased this house in August. And one of the things I always promised her was when we got a house that I would take the time to sell off my Pokemon collection. I had no idea at the time about the hype train that had rolled through. And I went to sell my cards, and I'm looking up the prices of some of these cards, and I'm like, maybe I don't want to sell these. Like, I really had second thoughts and stuff.
And I like that.
I was like, it's hard. I have such a large collection too. It's not like I have such an emotional attachment to so many things, so many unique pieces in my collection that the thought of selling certain things was literally ripping my heart out. So the more I went through it, the harder it was becoming to do. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I miss this. I really do. I haven't touched it in like 5 or 6, 7 years, and I miss it. I miss playing the game. I miss my friends. I miss going to league. I miss running tournaments. I miss collecting. And so I got back in contact with Mike, and as soon as the league starts back up, I'm going to go back. And yes, I turned it into a business because I have way more than I need. Like, I don't need to keep everything I have. Let's just start there. I mean, I don't need 800 card count boxes of first edition Rocket. Like, I just don't need 3 of those. I don't need that much stuff. I was like a hoarder. Like, I'm a lot like you, PokeGal. Like, when you do your videos and you tell everyone you're a hoarder, I totally can relate.
I am. I admit it. The first step is to admit your problems. So
it's true. Why have 1 when you can have 4? That's the way. You know what it was? For me, it was I always liked having, I don't want to say the biggest collection, but I liked having things that no one else had, because I liked opening my binder and having seen this, like, that little spark in like kids' eyes when they were like, wow, you have that? Like, yeah, I have that. I always liked that feeling. So I would get I started getting into trophy cards. Like, I have my biggest personal thing that I like to collect was error cards and trophy cards. Even back in the day. Actually, shoot, I should have brought it down. I can go get it if we need to. But I had printouts. That I saved from eBay from like 2000. I showed them to Swami on his channel when I did this. From like 2000. Maybe 2001, 2000 era. They are Tropica Mega Battle, English trophy cards, VS deck cards, the Tropica Mega Battle prize cards, Pikachu number 1, Pikachu number 2 trainers, and prices on them sold on eBay were like $100, $300, $1,000. Like it was insane. These cards that are worth like $100,000 now or more, I could have bought them for like $1,000. I didn't have $1,000 at the time, or I would have, but I remember staring at those and I printed out the printouts from the auction, thinking to myself, one day I'm going to have that card. Like that was like the grail even back then. Just the price structure was way different. And I was like, oh, I'll get it someday. You know, it'll go down in price. It never went, obviously. Now it's insane. But yeah, that was the collector in me. Like I couldn't have the card because I didn't have the money, but I printed out the sheet and I would hang them on my wall to like look at them so that like someday I'm going to get that card. And I obviously never did. But yeah, I have a bunch of little things like that, like some pretty unique stuff. But yeah, so that's the basic background of where I've come from. And I started my YouTube channel because when I got back into it, I saw a lot of what was going on now, and I have a problem with a lot of the way the hobby is going.
Good, let's talk.
Okay, shoot, fire away.
But you know, I always start the stream with this almost the same question. Pick a starter: Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle?
Bulbasaur.
Nice. Hey, Bulbasaur's actually on a roll here, you guys. Favorite first-gen Pokemon?
Venusaur.
Perfect. Favorite unique Pokemon item?
What do you mean?
What's your favorite unique? I guess that's very subjective, right?
I'd go with. Oh, you mean like collection-wise, or from the Game Boy game? Like the items.
Anything or anything.
I would say my professor coat that I'm wearing.
Love it. Oh, I do want to talk about that now. Favorite Pokemon product you opened on YouTube?
Box of Skyridge.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Obviously, I think you answered this. Do you play any of the Pokemon games? I think
I do. The last game. So my former wife, she loved the Game Boy games. She did not play the card game. I could not get her to play no matter what. I just begged her. I was like, I'll teach you. I'll teach you. I promise. But so the latest generation of games, I watched her play. I have this thing. I'd rather watch people play Game Boy games than actually play them myself. So the last games I played personally were black and white. But I watched her play XY, Sword and Shield. Like we'd lay down together and I'd watch her play through the game. So I have seen them played through. I have not personally played through them. I think the last Game Boy handheld I owned was a oh Lord, an SP maybe. It's been a while. Like an Advance.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What other trading cards that you play or collect?
So I was big into Magic for a long time. I would go to all the Magic pre-releases. I never went to any of the premier level tournaments though. I've also played. You're gonna laugh. I played Sailor Moon, the trading card game.
I love that.
It's a great game. I played Harry Potter, the trading card game. I've played Mech Warrior. I've played. I played a lot of click games, so like the little figure games too. I played Warhammer 40K. I've played Dream Blade. I've played Hero Clicks. I used to play a lot. Like there was a point in my life where I was at the comic store like 5 out of the 7 nights a week playing something. It was a lot.
Gotcha. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop. Here I am. There you go. We're actually gonna talk, but I'm definitely going to let the audience it's a Q&A, but I want to show you guys something. Someone posted this on Burbank, and I've been seeing this, and I want to know, have you as well, people in the audience, have you guys been seeing this? And this is great. If you are collecting, this is Walmart, fully stocked. Almost. I think this is actually fully stocked. I apologize.
Oh my
I think there's some missing that. There's shiny fates, hidden fates, battle styles. Fully stocked. Oh, is that Chilling Rain? No, that's battle styles up there. Vivid Voltage up there. Champion's Path.
Is there Vivid? You see Vivid?
Yeah, Vivid. Yeah, I think that's Vivid. Or is it Darkness Ablaze right next to? No, that's Darkness, right?
It is Darkness. No. Yeah. Is it?
No,
I can't tell.
That looks like Vivid. That looks like Vivid. That looks like.
You're right. That is Vivid. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Vivid.
That's cool.
Fully stocked. So that's such good news for great collectors. But Anyways, you guys, Blitz, I remember this man. Cannot wait more opinions from him. You have quite a following. So as you guys know, I have started the OG PokeTubers. So with the month of July, with the month of August, we're bringing in all the people, and there's nothing best than people that's been in the hobby for a very long time, and they know their stuff. And let's talk. We're gonna go actually dive into the question, and then me and you, we're gonna talk.
Cool.
We are going to talk. Let me go here. Let me go here to the comments. There you go. Okay, I apologize if I missed your question. Sometimes the thing doesn't load. And if it does load, it just cuts out all the question. It's kind of weird. I apologize. So if I don't ever intentionally miss people on purpose, it's just sometimes the thing that I stream with, it's not always the best. So I think yeah, okay. The first question that I see, I apologize if you asked a question before. Okay, there we go. I'm a newbie to the group. How did you get started in Pokemon? Oh.
So, I got started by going to League, and I would recommend it's a little difficult for everyone right now with this social distancing, but that is the best advice I can give. Find some friends right now that if you can, talk about it with people in person, maybe have some people come to your house, get some cards when you can, learn to play the game. I think there's
I don't play. I stink.
But I think it's good for new people to learn. It gives you a richer and play the Game Boy games. Like, I should take some of my own advice. I really should play through Sword and Shield, including the expansions, because I would have a deeper connection to Chilling Reign had I played the downloadable content. I would that region. I would. It's a lot different when you can associate multiple forms of media when you're looking at some tangible object like a card, and you can read the flavor text, you can read the little quotes, and it means something. Like, there's a lot of trainers in modern that I don't know because I don't know who they are in the game. They don't make a connection to me. So if you're just getting into Pokemon, my best advice would be, if money's an issue, get cards where you can, when you can. Right now, I mean, obviously packs are a problem. For various people around the country, still allocation is still a problem. We're getting better, but we're not out of the woods yet, I don't think. And I've faced this myself too, because I took that hiatus and I'm coming back now too, and I have found myself not as excited as I was originally. And I've really put a lot of thought into this as to why. Like, I want to be excited, but it's just not connecting with me as hard as it used to before. And I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, legit trying to figure out why, because I mean, the recipe is there we have things now that we never had back in the day. Great things with the card game. Full arts, for instance, they're fantastic. But I did a multiple point post on Verbank about what I think could be better about Modern. But I think the number one thing that really will help with this is when League starts, final League, go talk to people in person. It's a lot different when you can share an afternoon with people in person and you see it, and it just fills you with excitement. It really does. I miss being able to teach kids how to play too. That was one thing I always loved, because I ran 3 leagues at one point. I mean, I ran Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday morning leagues. And I always loved just sitting down with little kids and actually just teaching them how to play, like teaching them the math and like all this. I always wanted to be a teacher growing up too. So I miss that personally. That's one thing that I like doing. And then if you're a parent and you have kids, that's fantastic. That's a great vehicle for you to spend time with your kids too. So I don't know the person asking the question, if you're if you're a dad or a mom, that's great. If you're younger, you can get into it too with your friends. So I think it's a very social game. I think the more social you can be with it, the more you'll get out of it, personally.
Love it. Very love it. I need to learn. I think I told this story many times. Back then, when people go in and they play, you can buy these built-in battle kits. Actually, they were pre-release kits back then, and you would go, you'll get 3 packs, and you get that kit. Now, some stores don't even give you the packs.
Really?
So, yeah. But you get in line, and in order to get those boxes, you have to sign up. And one time, the card shop was like, "I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. You have to learn how to play. I said, okay, teach me. I think after 30 minutes, he's just like, just have the box. I'm like, okay. What happened?
That's horrible. That's funny. Though.
Don't you want to teach me? He's like, no, just go.
Just take the box.
I'm like, well, what happened about the next time then? What happened? She's like, just don't worry. You from now, don't worry from now on. I'm like,
so
oh God. So I guess it's just definitely just me on that department. So
we teach you how to play.
It'd be like, oh my God, this woman. As a season collector, are you buying any Pokemon cards right now during the I love it, during the downturn, or are you waiting to catch the bottom of the market? No. And do you believe that we are at the bottom now? What a great question. What a great question.
So I will give a little bit of background before I answer. I am heavily involved with CGC, PSA, and PWCC. I've graded 3,000 cards with PSA. Well, I have. Sorry, I have 3,000 cards in the queue with PSA.
You guys, I am not backlogging that. Did you guys hear? They were like, Anna, you're the one that's backlogging it. I'm like, no.
That's nothing. None of us.
No.
Listen, none of us are backlogging it. It's sports, guys. I've talked to people at PSA. It's sports.
Oh yeah.
Collectible card games in general are roughly 20%. Of that, Pokemon's 10%. It's half ball collectible card games. We're not what's causing PSA to have problems. It's sports card people.
They like to troll me now.
I know.
Oh yeah. In this channel, I don't care. They do. I'm like, no. I'm gonna put the blame on you now.
That's
I'm
funny.
like, you guys. I did it in increments. He did it. Wait, 3,000 altogether, or 3,000 in increments?
I have three. I mean, I have another 1,000 here. I'm going to send as soon as they open back up.
Woo.
So no, I mean, I have every set up to Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
I do too.
Multiple times over.
Oh, I do too.
So that's just my stuff. I had purchased a friend's collection too, who was almost as big as my collection. I'm not even halfway through grading his collection. So it's so much stuff that I don't even have the time to do it half the time. So 3,000 is not. That's like it's like a draw. I'm gonna be grading cards for the next 100 years. I swear to God. Which is fine. I actually really like grading cards. My goal is to grade, is to have a complete graded set. Something above an 8. It doesn't have to be a 9 or a 10, but something an 8 or above. Something where it's gonna look good on a shelf. You know, it doesn't look like a dog chewed it. But like that's my goal, is to grade my collection. So one of the objectives when I started my store, I'm also an OG eBayer too, by the way. I've had eBay since I opened my eBay account back when you could write money orders and cashier checks. You didn't even have PayPal wasn't even a thing. You used to send, because I used to collect Transformers. That was my other hobby. I'm a huge Transformer collector. And I remember using my aunt's eBay account way back when eBay first started, to get and find Transformers, because I got tired of going to flea markets. But so I mean, I think I started I have my eBay since 2000. So I guess my point is that my goal with grading my collection is, one, for myself, but then grading costs aren't cheap. Like, it's a lot of money. No, like I have to offset that somehow. And that was the idea for, all right, well, I'll sell off my extra, as much of it as I can. My cat is trying to come into the room.
Well, tell her to come.
No. They'll chew my cords. I have to keep the door. Sorry.
Technical issue with the Meowth.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Persian.
Meowth is trying to that naughty cat.
Yeah, they'll eat my computer cords. The cats are weird. But so to get back to the question. So, am I buying any cards right now? Yes, I am. I do buy modern. So I'm a little more skeptical on modern than I am on vintage. For multiple reasons. My knowledge is vintage. That's my wheelhouse.
Okay. So,
considering I was away for 8 years, I am learning more about a lot of the modern sets that I missed. But I also am a firm believer that, vintage, it's not getting any easier to find. It's always going to get rarer. They're not making any more. There's never going to be any more vintage. Modern, was printed into the ground, and you can still buy it in stores. So I don't think it's as valuable now. The way I look at Pokemon, as far as investing and collecting goes, it's a generational game at this point, guys. You have to understand that the only other collectible game that has lasted this long is Magic the Gathering. And Magic has only been around, what, 1993? 5 more years than Pokemon. We're at a point where we're parents. We're at parenting age, and we're having kids. At some point, those kids will have kids. This hobby has reached a generational cyclical cycle where it's the nostalgic factor will always be there. So modern today will be vintage at some point. I do think that a lot of the cards, like your Shining Fates, your Hidden Fates, your Charizard Stonks and all that, like, I think we're going to see a dip, but I think that there holds. I really do. I think that at some point, all of the people that were in during this time with their kids and the hype, it'll come back around. I think that it'll be more of a graphical bar where the older the cards are, the more valuable they'll be. So vintage will always, in my opinion, be the older the cards are at any point in time. It's like 25 years from now. Obviously, the stuff that's 25 years old now will be 50 years old. That'll be more sought after because there will be no more entering the PSA grading system. This stuff will flush itself out eventually, and what's there is there, which is why, as a side note, it's extremely sad. I cannot stand watching box breakers break old boxes. I hate it. It hurts. It literally hurts when I see first edition base get open, because you have to think to yourself, at some point there's going to be no more first edition base. What do we do when the last box is opened? That's it. It's done. It's sad. One of my personal pet projects I've often talked about is I would love to start a Pokemon museum, like an actual museum that walks through the history of, and you could have exhibits where you can preserve this stuff for future generations to see, because there's going to be a time when none of this is available left because everyone on YouTube's broken it all open. So to answer the other part of that question, no, I do not believe we've seen the floor. I don't think we're even close to the floor right now.
Oh, I agree. Oh, I absolutely agree. And I want to emphasize, I want to talk about this. I do want to go to the questions because you're a very popular man. The questions keeps on coming.
Oh, do they? That's cool.
Oh yeah, but I do want to talk because we have I do. I apologize, you guys, if I miss your questions. I sincerely apologize because it's hard to be a host and it's hard to like read the conversation. If I come off as rude, I sincerely apologize to the audience and to you too. I don't do it intentionally. No. Just to let you guys know, it's really hard sometimes. And I do want to talk because we had an off-camera talk before, but I don't want the audience to feel like I'm ignoring them.
Yeah, I can be long-winded too.
Oh, not at all. Do take your time. They're here for you. They're here for an honest answer, and that's why I invited you on. I do notice, just a quick talk, you guys, with me and Echo, that we share a lot of the same values. And that's what I noticed. I noticed there's a big gap between the people that collect for a while and the people that just comes in and tries to sell. I know there's a big type of thinking. It's a gap to me. And we'll talk about this. So I'm going to head back to the questions because you're definitely one popular man. I got some shiny faces Warwick. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Honestly, black and white around was 2000. Nobody give a damn. It's just, honestly, SGR, it depends on what type of black and white. If it's Noble Victories, if it's Emerging Powers, black and white base, nobody still gives a damn unless that person's hyping it up. The only one that probably will, not the only one, but I would think there's Plasma. I would not open any Plasma freeze. I would open, if there's Plasma Storm.
Sets are good. Yeah.
The Plasma Storm, Plasma Freeze. There's Dark Explorers because that have that full art dark ride. and the other one is that shiny Rayquaza, which I think is Dragon Exalted.
Dragon's Exalted. It's the last. Yeah. It's literally the last set I have is Dragon's Exalted before I stop. Yeah.
So whoever's pumping up Black and White, if it's those set that I've said, which is Black and White base, Noble Victories, Immersion Powers,
wait,
you're wasting your money.
People are pumping Black and White now?
Oh yeah, they're pumping.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got a bunch of questions, Black and White, like what's going on, and then I realized a box breaker was doing it, and for an extraordinary amount of money.
Oh, that's stupid then. Yeah. I think that eventually Black and White is an underappreciated era of cards. So this is interesting because I've noticed this because I follow and my personal favorite era of cards is the EX era. The early Nintendo sets.
Oh, gotcha.
Love them. Team Rocket Returns, the art in that set.
I have some of it right here.
Do you really?
I do. I left it down here. I actually went to the local card shop. I picked up some, but anyways, keep going. Sorry about that.
Wow, no. I think, you have your gold stars from that era, obviously. But I think it's interesting to watch. People in general have a short attention span. Humans have a short attention span. And I find that the hobby is like moving along on the timeline. So base and jungle and fossil and neo sets, like people are getting a little bit tired of collecting that stuff, so they're looking, and now you got the e-reader sets, and now that's and then you move on, you got the early, and now people are getting the early EX sets. Well, I think that's going to become more and more popular. Like I just saw a PSA 9 Team Rocket Snorlax EX go for almost like $700, which is a record price for that card in a 9. So I think, and I predicted this, I was like, yeah, no kidding. They're great sets. They're fantastic sets of cards, and they're extremely underproduced. Back in that time era, right after Nintendo took over, there was a huge dip in popularity in Pokemon. And this is the perspective that I don't think everybody has that I like to offer, because I was around when this happened. It was very scarce in stores. A lot of these sets were underproduced. EX Dragons was an underproduced set. Team Rocket Returns, Fire Red Leaf Green. These are not heavily produced sets. So the amount of people out there that have collections of this stuff, it's not a lot. You're not going to find a lot more entering the population. Therefore, once collectors start to realize, oh God, these sets are really cool. There's some beautiful art in these sets, and they want to collect them. Well, there's not enough supply to meet the demand. So I naturally saw that era being a very popular era. Well, after that's going to be done, they got to find something else. And I think Black and White is going to be the next era for people to move into. There's inherent problems with Black and White. I think I don't particularly like the ultra rares from that set. I was not really a big fan of the primes either. I mean, they're okay, but I could see how organic demand for those would not be as high as some of the other stuff. And you don't have as much a nostalgic tie to that as you do, because there wasn't enough people in the game around that time. So I can see some problems with that, but again, it's going to be older. It's going to be vintage. You're going to get people wanting it as time moves on. Black and White, I don't think it's a bad investment. I really don't. At the right price. Now, if there's people hyping it up, yeah, exactly. If there's people hyping it up, that's stupid. Like,
of course, yeah. I had a talk with I think the cat's meowth, and I had a talk with Uncle Dave. So we were ranking the sets because someone asked, what set should I buy? And they're talking about 2 boosters.
Oh.
So I was ranking. I want to know your opinion on that too. I was thinking about Heart Gold and Silver first, and then you go to Diamond and Pearl. So that's where I'm a little bit confused, debating. Heart Gold and Silver, that's why I think the next set is. I don't know about Platinum and then Diamond and Pearl, but then I would probably I will put Black and White last. I just don't know if I'm going to put Platinum or Diamond and Pearl second or third. Black and White, I'm going to go put it last. But Heart Gold and Silver, but Diamond and Pearl has the Secret Wonder box. That's actually pretty tough to find.
Yes, it is.
But Platinum, they have Supreme Victors, and that's one of the box that actually went up pretty fast.
Yep.
But the regular Platinum base, that was the lowest box. I got that box back then for 150, while the other boxes were going for like 350 already. So I noticed they're going up. So I'm not too sure. Where do you think? I want to know, now that I have you, what do you think? Where should I put? Because I know I'll put Heart, Gold, and Silver. If I were to just have to quickly answer, I'll probably put Heart, Gold, and Silver, Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, and then Black and White. But
I would absolutely agree with Heart, Gold, Soul Silver. Personally, I would probably do Stormfront is a great set. Legends Awakened are two great sets. Something just fell.
I did? What is?
Yeah, I don't know. One of your cards, I think, just fell.
Oh, I know. I heard it. That's why I was like, what just fell?
Platinum is a great set too.
Stormfront does have that Charizard.
It does. As far as sealed box prices on those, though, I can't really offer an opinion because I don't collect sealed. I don't have the money to. I'm not out there buying sealed boxes. And everything I had personally, I opened. Almost everything. I do have some sealed packs left of various things, but just for singles, just for somebody to say, hey, what set should I aim for next? Obviously, I would say Heart Gold, but I wouldn't even know. That was the thing that I was just like. So that's a very multifaceted answer that I would have to ask follow-up questions. What's your budget? What do you already have? What are your long-term goals? What are you targeting this for? But in general, I'd say yes, the Diamond and Pearl and the Heart and the Platinum sets are underappreciated, underproduced, and I think that Diamond and Pearl does have the potential to be the next big thing because I mean we're also getting the remakes coming too. So I mean, I think once those generation of people start to come back into the hobby, that's what they're going to want. There's some beautiful art throughout those sets too. I actually haven't pulled out my Stormfront and Legends Awakens and looked for a while, but as you can see back here, the bigger binders, those are Diamond and Pearl area binders, and they're full. And the reason is because from a player's perspective, those were great sets to play the trading card game with. And it's really interesting when you look at how it goes hand in hand with the sets that are great to play the game versus the sets that are collectible also. It's usually 1-in-1. A lot of the really collectible sets have good cards that you need in order to make decks, like staples. So it lends itself to, you want to purchase more of it anyway because you want to get more of the cards to make the decks. You end up with a bigger collection. So again, it goes back to, if people are asking for what's the next best thing vintage wise to buy.
Oh, they do ask that. And I think, and I just kind of told that person who asked that question about the black and white, I said the reason why black and white, and a lot of the questions are people asking about black and white, is because someone is pumping it up.
Yeah.
That's it. If they were being honest and clear with you, they'll be like, this is the next big thing. Well, the next big thing, I don't know. I would go. They'll be like, well, I'm spending all my money in black and white. I'm like, well, why? Oh, because they're doing, and I noticed, okay, what's going on? But the main target so someone's like, well, should I put the next big thing? And I'm like, no, those are the set that I would rank it at.
I would agree. More or less, yeah.
But I still probably with number 2 and 3, but if I were to answer it really quickly, it's going to be Heart, Gold, and Silver, Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, and then
the other sets
and the other sets in black and white, and go from there. But I think black and white, I have a friend that is so happy right now that black and white is getting pumped up because he is selling it, and he has a closet full of black and white products. He's so happy.
I bet.
So happy right now. Oh, and I want to show you something.
Okay.
I want to show you something real quick.
Okay.
Talking about box breakers. My friend, let me go here. Pancake Analytics is actually going to be on, and he did a warning for these people. So talking about box breaking and people pumping and just hyping things up. He shared this, and I wanted to show you something real quick, and then we're gonna go back to the question. I promise you guys, I'm like, I do not mean to ignore you. Okay, so this is Pancake Analytics. So he makes these funny memes. I love it. So these boxes, they're Portuguese, right? They're going for 700, 400, and there's people, I guess, streaming on Twitch, and they're selling it for $300 a pack.
No, stop.
Yes, they'll double their making breaks at $300 a pack, and people will buy in it and thinking they're making money. And I had to make a quick warning. I said, do not invest in this. Do not even spend. You are not going to make $300.
No way.
This is, so he has such a big following. So I'm like, good for you to post this and warn people that don't know anything.
God,
and
I wish I could tell those people.
Can you believe? Oh, that's the wrong one. Pumping. This is now people are going to think, oh, okay. So this is diamond and pearl, is vintage, but it's in $300 a pack. That is insane. Crazy. That is just crazy. Just to, oh my goodness. Just one pack, they can even make up half of a box. Not half, but almost close to a box that they bought.
That's insane. I can tell you that the single card and graded card market, you'll never make your money back on that ever.
Absolutely not.
Never.
Not. You can get a PSA 20 and you're not even going to get
You're not. Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get and it's sad because there's got to be channels, and I'm glad that you're back. It has to be channels like us that talks and just the truth. And people don't like to hear the truth. And
who are these breakers that are? I don't want to shout them out because
I don't know. I just see it.
I'm not. Is this Twitch? Where's this happening?
It's probably on Twitch, and it's probably on YouTube as well. And it's probably on YouTube and Twitch. I'm positive.
I'm gonna look into this.
I'm gonna ask him. But you can see it right now. What's happening? Yeah. People buy XY, and they'll buy it on Verbank. They'll buy it on what is it, Pokemon World. They'll buy for like $2,100. They'll double their packs and tell people black and white's the next best thing. And people will pay $90 a pack, $100, $300 a pack, and they'll get a $5 pack. And I get what's going on, right? Wow. People are saying, well, this is the free market, this is that. But we'll get into that. We'll talk into that. Okay, we're gonna go back to the question. Okay. We're definitely going to talk into that. I apologize to you guys. Honestly, black and white was nobody gave a damn. It's just I did answer that. And I don't think nobody still gives a damn. It's just you're on a dangerous trip to Mars. What 4 Pokemon you'll pick up on your crew? I love them, and it's a great question. Who doesn't make it? Who sacrificed them to save you? Who gets forgotten on Mars? Who makes it back to Earth with you? What a great question. This one's all yours.
What 4 Pokemon would I have in my crew? He's not even one of my favorite, but I would take Deoxys because he's from space, right? So I'm sure maybe he's been there. I don't know.
Magnezone.
Magnezone's good. Yeah, it's a good one. I have to take my boy Torterra because he's my favorite. So Torterra comes with me everywhere I go.
Okay.
Torterra is my favorite Pokemon. Aggron is my second favorite Pokemon.
Gotcha.
Who doesn't make it? I'm gonna bring a Magikarp just to leave a Magikarp on the moon. On Mars. Who sacrifices? Ooh, I'm gonna say Aggron sacrifices himself to save me.
He's your second favorite, that's why.
Yeah. Who gets forgotten?
Magikarp? You said Magikarp.
Yeah, we'll leave Magikarp just flopping around on Mars. And Torterra makes it back with me because
of course. Echo, hypothetically, if Pokemon completely dies off, what's the cause of Pokemon? Ooh, that's a good question.
Creatures to stop making games. If they stop making Game Boy games, and I wouldn't even say, I could say I think they should stop making new Pokemon because they're getting progressively worse. I think that they should.
I I agree. We have Mushana. We have a fetus Pokemon. I agree.
I know Basic agrees with me too. When they started making Pokemon of sandcastles, I was like, okay, come on, guys. Like, we need something else. But I think I've wanted them to go back and do a whole generation. Like, you know how they had the Galar region and Alolan region versions of the Pokemon? I think, like, I personally love the Galarian Zapdos. He looks like Roadrunner. Like, I saw that and I was like, that is, it's a reimagined version of a Pokemon that everybody knows. So it's slightly different, so it'll sell new things, but it's easily identifiable. And I think they need to do more stuff like that. More Delta species, I thought was it's one of my favorite sets of all time. The whole Delta species concept where you have water Gyarados or fire Gyarados and like water Meow, and like, I think that's a great idea that they should expand upon, where they alter the Pokemon's typing. So I think that there's things that they could do without just making new dumb Pokemon for the sake of making Pokemon. Like the Ultra Beasts, I think they drove me away from the game. It looks like Michael Bay from Transformers designed these things. They're so bad. They're just jaggedy. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. But what
really funny.
I think what would cause, to answer the question, what would cause the death of Pokemon? If it wouldn't become it would become a dead TCG. It would have legs, but it wouldn't. I don't think it would spark as much new growth if they stopped making the anime and stopped making the Game Boy games. Basically, I think that's where the organic growth comes from.
Very nice. That's really, really funny. How many monkeys are there? Oh my! I couldn't even pronounce the darn monkey's name. What is it? Sage or?
You're right.
And there's the blue monkey.
The blue, the green
red
one, and the
monkey.
red one.
And there's a vanilla ice cream, a vanillish. I'm over the ice cream. The first edition box will never get broken. Hope they are about to shiny. Black and white to the moon. Oh. Yeah, EX provided Echo a while back. I love hearing it. Basic Trainer. Oh, hey, Mason. We also, did you know that Mason actually wears a coat too? So we have the professor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Actually, let me see. Where does he do? Oh my goodness. I don't have. There you go. See, there it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's got his professor coat. Yeah. Cool. I'd like to meet him someday. He seems like a cool guy. Mason.
Oh, he really is. Really is. Great. It's a great community. There you go. Diamond and Pearl, huge gap. Okay, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. Exactly what we thought. Exactly what we thought. Asian is OG. You think foreign Diamond Pokemon is a bad investment? You want to tackle this one?
I'll make it as the easiest answer ever. Yes. I think any of the European language cards in general are a bad investment. Hands down. I think it's American, Japanese. Some Korean has some potential, I think. Some Chinese, just because of its uniqueness, because of its rarity. But, like, I really wish they'd stop flooding German base onto the market because it's stupid. No one wants it. Like, I don't know. If you want to buy a box cheap, if you can find this stuff, because I saw the one video you did where you had you bought those 20 Spanish boxes of, was it 20 Heart Gold, Soul Silver?
Shoot.
But again, if you get them for 20 a box,
I'll get it. There you go.
There you go.
I got it for 35 back then, and
that's the thing.
And the guy could not sell it. He was like, "Please buy them all." I was like, "No, I don't even want it myself." It was 35, and I guess it's up now. I assume, but
what would I pay for that? If I'm asking myself, today. I'd pay a couple $100 for that box, but I wouldn't go crazy. I mean, I would buy it for the nostalgic factor of opening those cards, even if they are in another language. But as an investment vehicle, no,
not at all. Not at all. I think this is something that you keep sealed. Do not open this. Do not open this. Where have you heard of Frankenstein's at all?
No.
You haven't? Frankenstein's is a place where a lot of vendors, they go and they sell collectibles. And there's a bunch of these, just a bunch of singles that sits there. It's been sitting there for a longest time. Nobody wants them. And I asked the guy, I was like, why don't you try getting graded? Just try jokingly asking me. He goes, if I can't sell them raw, do you really think I should spend money on getting them graded?
Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I was just kidding. Oh, it's Twitch on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We
I
definitely
don't
gonna
have
talk
Twitch.
about
I've
that.
never watched a Twitch anything in my life.
I love how unique your Pokemon hot takes are. It's super refreshing.
It is.
PokeGal. I recently bought a first edition Plains Charizard PS9 for 1,150. Do you think that's a good buy, or should have waited a few months ago? Was going for 750. I need to do my research on this. Do you want to tackle this on top of your
Yeah,
head?
I'll tackle it because I jump in. So
Let me look at it.
I'm in
Did he say first? Okay, he did say.
He did. So I'm in a lot of Patreons for this stuff too. So SM Pratt's Patreon, I'm in his Patreon, and I'm in Jake's Patreon too from Pokenomics. So I really do like this is what I have grown to really focus my channel on more because I find it interesting as all heck.
So he
So
sold it 3 days ago, by the way. It's 15.
here's
Oh,
the thing.
crap.
Here's the thing. So to answer his question, here's the thing.
Okay.
Could you possibly get that card cheaper in a couple months? Yes. I think that you might have a chance to get that 9, maybe a
what I just
couple.
did.
What did you do?
I don't know. Let me refresh it. I was like, the thing just disappeared. I apologize. Keep going.
Could you possibly get that 9 cheaper in the next coming months? Yes, that is a good possibility. But Jake will tell you this too. Time, and it's true for any financial investment at all, whether it's Pokemon, comics. If you're trying to time the floor and you miss it, you miss it. But I think you could time it with the way things are going in Poke. Now, see, the thing that I think everyone needs to keep in mind is once the 25th set hits, I think we're going to see a spike again.
I do too. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I do too. But then it goes down.
Yeah, I agree.
It will go down. It'll go
Go
down.
back
It's
up and
always
back
like
down.
that.
It's going to be like more of a K-shaped recovery.
Correct.
Like we're ahead of where we were 5 years ago. So recovery is a loose term. But back to his question. Do I think it's a bad investment? No, I do not think it's a bad investment. I think you're talking a couple $100 here or there. I think if you hold that card for another 5 or 10 years, you'll obviously it's going to go back up. But that's the thing. Do you have the patience to hold that for that long? I think that's the real key is you have to ask yourself when you're buying this stuff, what are you buying it for? If you're buying it to flip it short term, this is not the time to be buying stuff for that purpose. This is the time to be buying stuff with the intention of knowing that Pokemon as an intellectual property is probably not going in the other direction anytime soon. First edition Blaine's Charizard and a PSA 9 is not getting any easier to find. They're not going to get less rare. They're only going to get more rare as time goes on. So I think 1150 is a solid price for that card in my opinion. Would I buy it for 1150? Probably not, because I think I have 5 or 6 of them that I have to not grade myself. But so I find it hard to give advice I wouldn't take myself. So I wouldn't personally buy that card at 1150, but I like working off of stuff with smaller margins in general. I don't personally like spending large amounts of money on single individual cards. I'd rather buy raw cards and grade my own cards and then have the profit than buying graded cards personally.
But that's pretty hard though. That's tough. I'm just looking at some of this. That's tough though. That's really tough to find a first edition Blaine's Charizard. That's a PSA 9, and assuming that's going to come out with PSA 9, that's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah, you're right.
I think what he did was okay. Or just go out, buy the single. I think that's the best thing, right? Because if he were to risk it and buy a packed from a box breaker,
oh no,
right,
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, no.
Most likely he's going to pay a premium price,
and
he's probably, who knows? That's a huge gamble. For the 1500, I don't know, and that's actually a very good question. Should he have waited? I to be honest with you, that's something I don't know.
See, I don't think
that's difficult.
It depends on what he bought it for. If he wanted it for his own collection, then this is not a bad time to buy. You're waiting, you might get a couple $100 off. like if you buy that card 3 months from now, first of all, you're not guaranteed that it's going to be available when you want it. They don't come up all the time, not all the time. And then you could risk. If you waited 2 months, you might be able to get it for say 1,000 or 900. I'd say.
Yeah.
So you're saving a couple $100.
Yeah. For my opinion, this is my opinion. So let's just say if I did not have any of these, and just based on what I believe, my knowledge and my background collecting, I would not buy now. That's my opinion. I would not buy now. I would buy after the 25th anniversary, when it actually dies down. I do believe that after 25th, that's my opinion.
I do too.
It's going to go up. I think it's going to go up. Okay, because that's what happened with evolutions, generations. That's what they do. Now people go crazy, and then there'll be a very long little gap that just nobody wants it anymore, and everybody gets back in their life, and everybody's like, Pokemon. Oh my goodness, that's cool, and that's when I would buy. I would probably take that risk, and and if 1,500, and maybe I'm wrong, I would probably lose 100, 200. I don't know. I don't think it will be that much of a different Blazer LP.
I agree.
But I would not buy it this time. I will wait. 25th comes out October, right?
October.
Okay, I'll probably buy. I'll give it 6 months, and then Pokemon will probably die down. Probably after 6 months of there. I'll time it pretty well. That's what it is.
Because I think around that time you're going to see a lot of the bulk coming back too from PSA.
Oh. He poking knowledge. Hey. Absolutely. Franken son. And we will talk Dan Blazer. There he is. That's him.
Is it?
That's him. That's him. That's the guy that hoards all the black and white. That's
black
him.
And white goat.
That's him. That's him. That's him. That's who I talked about. That's him.
I'm gonna ask him, how did you get so much black and white? Did you just buy from a distributor?
So back then, when black and white, he's a good friend of mine. Back then, when nobody wants black and white, and probably still don't. He saw the spike of Plasma Storm going up, and I did too. So I got like 3 or 4, and then Plasma Freeze, and then Dark Explorer went. Okay, I saw what went up first. Correct me if I'm wrong. Plasma Storm, Plasma Freeze went up faster before okay. Freeze went up faster than Storm because people wanted that Ultra Boss Secret Rare, that gold.
Yeah.
Right? And then the moment Sun and Moon did a reprint, that box went down. And then Plasma Storm went off, and then Plasma Freeze and Dark Explorer, and then Dragon Exalted. And then Legendary Treasures went up. Did you remember Legendary Treasures? Nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that.
I wasn't around when that came out.
You weren't that? Oh my God, nobody wanted it. It was like the laugh of the town.
Was it?
It was. Oh yeah, it was the laugh of the town. And then favorite level X, an old cards design. And what's the one thing you've changed in terms of the card design for new set? Ooh, what a good question.
Favorite level X. I'd have to look. I really like. Okay, so. Favorite EX is easier to answer. It'd be Torterra EX. I actually had a deck. Yeah, I mean, it just would. It's just I like Rayquaza EX too from Dragons. That's a really cool looking card in my opinion. Favorite level X. I like the Mewtwo level X. I do. I like the level X's. Ironically, as you showed, I like the level X's that had a unique English artwork. That because back then we weren't getting a lot of unique artwork. And I don't think people realize that when they're bidding on a lot of these cards that there's not a Japanese equivalent of this card. This is the only place you're seeing this artwork. And there's a lot of those promos, a lot of those tin promos from that time are all like that. They're all just unique pieces of art. What would I change for card design? Oh boy, how much time do we have? Well, let me pull out a modern card. Okay, here we go. A Galarian Mr. Mime. First thing I would change is I would take the set number and put it back to the correct side of the card so that when you're sorting this stuff left to right, you can see the cards, you can see the set number easier. I would change the second thing I would change is the card stock. So my former wife was a graphic design artist. So I have a little bit oh my God, you just changed your wardrobe.
I did. I had to Google the score, and I had to wear my lucky charm. I had to.
We're Sixers fans out here, so we
You guys are stuck with Ben Simmons, and you guys had the Clippers old coach, Mr. Doc Rivers. So You guys have the curse. So even this jacket, how red it is, I can't fix that curse for you. I'm sorry. So
No.
keep on going.
Okay, so number one thing I would change is the card stock. If you take a card, a modern card, and you just play with it versus a vintage card, I don't know what they're doing with the layers, the card stock layers, but they're clearly different and they're clearly inferior. So that's the number one thing I would change. Number two, you know, it's ironic. I hate evolutions as a set. I can't stand it looking at it. It looks. I tried too. I tried to like it, and I bought a ton of it. I mean, I have a big binder down there is all evolutions. I bought a ton of it because I was like, oh, this harkens back to like base set, and like it gives me a little bit of a nostalgic feel. But if you look at the card design, oh my God, there's issues all over. Nothing lines up. Nothing lines where it should be. Like from a graphical design standpoint, it's poop. It's not good at all. What else would I change? They need to do something else with the reverse foil pattern. A lot of what I would change is makeup of modern. So we don't need golds, rainbows, secret rares, reverse foils, amazing rares.
I agree.
Regular hollow foils. Do people even care about regular hollow foils anymore? It's so stupid. When everything is special, nothing is special, and that transcends Pokemon. When you're looking at anything collectible, when you make everything special and everything just shinier and shinier and shinier, nothing's special anymore. So I would change set makeup. That's another thing of modern I would change. I would take it back. We need to get back to the basics here, guys. When I saw the translations, and everyone pretty much agrees across the internet, the translations and the leaked images for the 25th set, oh my God, like seeing light, who was it? It was the toxicity, the light toxicity. Oh my God, I want that card so bad. I love the light stuff from Neo Destiny. They haven't done light Pokemon in so long, but it's the original. It's the design too from back then. It looks just like a Neo Destiny card too, and I just think that they need to do something different. I mean, who's the name of the stupid company that does the art images, all the computer generated ones? It's not 4-H. It's the Farmers Club. It's, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
All of the modern V's, the stock digital images for the Pokemon for the V cards. 5-band. Thank you. I never remember that. Thank you. They need to go. They need to stop. They need to stop ruining this game. They need to go. We need to get, and that's why I do love what they're doing now with the alternate arts. I think the alternate arts in Chilling Reign, Starting in Battle Styles are absolutely gorgeous. I think they're fantastic. I love them. This is a personal perspective, so I don't blame people for not agreeing. I, in general, don't like the VMAX concept. I don't think that I think it's kind of silly that there's a gigantic Leafeon just walking around farm fields somewhere. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I think VMAX in general is a silly concept. However, the artwork, they do a really good job with the alternate arts, especially in the Evolution set in Japan, like where we're getting Roaring or Evolving Skies. The Eevee alternate arts in that set are absolutely gorgeous, and I wish, like, I don't know. I think I have a feeling that a lot of these 5-band sets, as I'm going to call them, 10 years from now, I think a lot of these cards are not going to retain any value whatsoever. I just don't. There's nothing unique about them. They're generic. I mean, even when I have a binder full of GX cards and level and V cards that I don't even like looking at them. Like they bring nothing to me. They're even hard. They're even from a player's perspective. I'm trying to build decks and I'm looking at these cards and I'm like, they're hard to read. They're not enjoyable. And I hate to say it because I really want to enjoy the game. I really do. I really want to like more modern, but there's I have a lot of issues. I did a 14-point bulletins post on Burbank about that question alone, and I almost had 90% of the people agree with me. So it's not just me. I just don't know what to do about it. I think one of the problems is that Japan's identity of their sets, and first of all, Japan's cards are way better than ours in general. The card stock is better. The silver border looks better on almost everything. and their set identity is more unique. They have smaller sets. They're more targeted, precise. They have an identity. Like if you go back and you look at Vintage, Team Rocket, I wonder what that set was about. You know, like a big thinker there. What was that? Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge. These are sets that had identity. What is Evolving Skies? What does that even mean? It's like a name generator. Like
oh yeah, it's like a Shining Fates,
right?
Evolving Skies.
Like it doesn't mean
I'm
anything.
gonna take this off. It's pretty hot, so I'm gonna
Go Clippers.
I'm gonna let go Clippers. I'm just gonna let it sit in my lap for luck. Okay, it's hot. I love my Clippers, but I'm not gonna suffer.
It was like
I'm not gonna suffer.
It was almost 100 here in Jersey today.
It's my room is 66 degrees. And I'm sweaty, and I live in California, funny. so hey, you know, everybody has their own taste. So
that's true.
Everybody use some cards. It's pretty nice. Like the Morpeko, I thought it was a really nice.
I do like the Morpeko. There's some of them that are cute.
Some of them are really nice.
Some of them are nice. Some of them are
pretty nice. I think the main set. Well, okay, let's double check. Oh, there you go. Echo. Hypothetically, if there is another spike due to interest. Sorry, hypothetically, there is another spike due to interest, just like the fall of 2020. When and what caused this spike?
Yeah, I know what he's asking. So I'm going to be honest with you, Basic. I don't think that there's going to be another spike like that. I don't, because I think that
not anytime soon.
I think that a lot of the reason for it was non-Pokemon related. I don't think the Pokemon company can do anything to generate that level of interest again. I don't. I think that those variables are out of control of anybody making the decisions. I think it has a lot to do with the U.S. economy that year. A lot of people put it on Logan Paul, but it was headed that way before Logan Paul did his break. It was trending upwards for the previous 6 months, steadily upwards. And I'll be dead honest. I've thought about this. I don't know what one catalyst caused it to start to go in that direction. I think a lot of it does have to do with the more liquid capital that people had to play with, and the fact that nobody had anything to do.
I totally agree. We'll talk, but keep going.
Kids being home from school, kids being homeschooled, they want stuff to do. Their parents are around. They're buying cards for them. It gets their parents reinvigorated into it because they're remembering stuff from their childhood. It's a multi-point, multifaceted answer that don't think you can pinpoint down to one thing. And if I'm being honest, I don't think you're going to be able to recreate it. I just don't. Short of another outbreak of some sort,
correct.
Maybe.
But I don't think. Okay, I think that spike was. I think that spiked far exceeded from what I knew there will be some type of spike, right? Because that's what Pokemon does. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, up, it goes down. But I think the spike was actually really exceeding what I initially thought would happen, right? But I agree with you absolutely. I don't think it would go back. You know what? I never say never, right? I don't see it going back like this anytime soon. And I think you're right. There's a lot of factors. I think people just had disposable income, and they think this is one way to. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to add, because I know Basic, and I know his question, and I know personally he does not subscribe to SM Pratt's Patreon. But I do, and I remember one thing that Pratt said in his Patreon was a lot of the the higher ticket, the more Pokemon makes the news in general, the more publicity it gets. And I'm not just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about like mainstream news, like articles being written about the game. Like my mom came to me the other day and was like, "Do you know Target stopped selling Pokemon?" And I was like, "Yes, Mom, I know." Like, but this is what I'm talking about though. So there were lots of mainstream Pokemon caught the mainstream news from several events from the past year. The high sale prices of some of the, like the Trophy Pikachu, the Kangaskhan, the first edition Charizard, these high sailed, high dollar ticket items that went through auction, they had news articles written about them that went out to the public. The reason that those cards, one of the reasons that those cards drove so high was there were sports collectors crossing over into Pokemon because of the hype. So you have, and when I say like sports it makes Pokemon look like a speck of dust. Like you have baseball team owners that are spending millions and millions of dollars on baseball cards like it's nothing. And these high-end there was the sports collector guy who bought the sealed case of first edition base for like 1.2 million. So they're speculating on Pokemon because they don't know what they're talking about. But what it's doing is it's driving the price up for your average collector. It's a trickle down effect. And I didn't catch that. Yeah, right. Yeah, no. See, it's just people buying it and selling it to themselves is all that is. So the problem is that you have all these sports collectors buying these cards and investing in them. But what they're not realizing is that for the average person, Pokemon is an average. It's an average Joe's hobby. We're not rich people. The average person that plays and collects and trades Pokemon, we're not all millionaires. We don't all. Great, you bought a box of first edition for $1 million. What are you going to sell it for? Who's buying it for $2 million? You know what I'm saying? Like even the richest people in Pokemon don't have that type of stuff to just throw around. I mean, my God, we're talking about PSA cards in the thousands of dollars a piece. That's a lot of money for your average person. That's a lot of money. It's pricing itself out of being a collectible hobby for your average person. And I think whenever that happens, there's a correction to be had. People only have so many $1,000 bills to spend on Pokemon cards, your average people. So one of the things, to answer his question, one of the things that I think happened was the sports card people speculated. They came over, they drove the price up, and it's going to correct itself. So you're going to need some sort of mainstream media event to happen to get all these people that have no idea what they're doing to come back in to drive the price back up. I don't know what that event would be. I don't. More news, something in the news. I honestly thought Logan Paul wearing that stupid Charizard around his neck.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to do something to the prices of stuff. I really did. I was surprised more people weren't talking about that.
I think it did. I read a little post that it went up and sold a little higher. I read a little bit, but I just post past it. I do not care what Logan Paul does, and I hope that people probably don't pay attention to what he does, because I think he's fighting somebody else next or something.
Is he? I don't know. I don't follow him.
I don't even know. I don't even, honestly. King Pokemon was on, and King Pokemon said that he did something for one of his charities, and I said, that's really nice of Logan Paul. Go him. But other than that, I don't really follow much about Logan Paul, so I'm not too sure.
I didn't even know who he was 6 months ago.
I only know of Logan Paul because there was this controversy that he went to Japan.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And that's the only thing.
That's the only thing I ever heard either. Yep.
Okay. I'm like, and I just saw it. I'm like, what a damn idiot. And
I agree.
That's it. And then now there's Pokemon. That's about it. That's about it. I'm not too sure. So we're almost done with the comments, and then me and you were gonna talk. So I think this is good. Let me go here. I think the main four insets merit are the only ones secret rare Charizard. Not even. I don't know. I don't.
You know what?
Do you really think?
I'll tell you. Hold on, as I have it pulled up. Let me
pull up with Diamond and Pearl. The Stormfront. Let me double check now. Portuguese.
Do I have it? Okay, here. So let's do. What do you want to do? Portuguese.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can find. Do they even grade it? There's Japanese. See, I don't even know. So if you go to PSA and you just type in Pokemon Stormfront Charizard, it's just Japanese and English. I don't even know if they're grading. You'd have to, CGC will grade it. I don't know if PSA will grade the Portuguese language cards yet or not. So So
There's
no.
Diamond and Pearl. Let me double
that's what I'm looking
check.
at. Yeah, the Diamond and Pearl Stormfront. But there's 0 of them that I can see, unless I'm looking at it wrong. There's 0 of them.
Wait a minute. Let me double check if they even made that box for Stormfront.
I don't see any Stormfront foreign language in PSA at all.
They have Mysterious Treasures. They have Diamond and Pearl. Let me double check. I don't think they do. They?
Hold on, let me see. I'll just do it this way. I'll just search for.
Oh, there is Portuguese Battle Styles. I see that.
Is there?
Yeah, let me double check.
Okay, so if you just pull up.
Oh, share your screen. You can share it. You have the eligibility to share it. Go ahead, share it.
But I also have some personal information up, so let me just hide that real quick.
Okay, yeah, share your screen. Oh, you can only share your tab. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can share your tab only. You can do that. Do you see how to do it? I'm seeing the chat. That means I'm trying to focus here, you guys. I'm trying to focus here. No basketball. I feel like the Suns are not the Suns. I think the Clippers are losing bad. That's why they're making fun of me.
Okay, so screen auction prices. Okay. All right. Can we see my screen now?
No.
It says. Can see.
Okay. He's talking about sealed products. What do you?
Okay.
He's not talking about individual cards. Talking about sealed products.
So
they were, but they took a long time to get to 1,000.
I wouldn't buy any of that. I wouldn't buy any of that
I
stuff.
would not either, to be honest with you.
Spend your money elsewhere.
I think it's probably a better investment somewhere else. In Russian. Oh, okay. So I know what you're talking about. There's this guy in Burbank that he had like a whole box. He was selling for $95 for a flash fire in Russian. Could not sell them. Eventually, I think he sold them, but that was something that I completely passed. I didn't even care about that. I would not spend my money on that. That's just my opinion. I would not. For $1,000, I would spend it somewhere else. Not for a Russian flash fire.
Way. So here's the problem.
How much is an English one though?
I don't know. But here's the problem with doing anything. You have to remember older, rarer, minter, better. So that's the basic principles of investing. Older, rarer, minter, better. So you're talking about a new set. Flashfire is a relatively modern set. You're talking about a language that most people don't care about. And you're talking about a point in time where you're trying to time something so specifically that if you miss it, unless you have some way of having insider knowledge that I don't know about when to sell this thing and when to throw it on the market. But that's what I'm trying to say is it shot over to over $1,000 during that summer, but everything shot up that summer. Everything went up.
And
so
someone could list it for 1,000 doesn't mean it's worth 1,000. So
yeah. So in January 20, like $100 for the box in 2020, you could have bought any box of cards and it would have 10, 5, 6, 7x the price more than likely. And I just would not have bought. Look, you can buy any box of cards now, and I think that they're going to go up eventually. I actually got a email from my distributor. They have a stock they found a stock basically of every XY and every diamond and pearl we've been talking about so much. Every XY and every sword and shield set and prices that he's willing to sell them to the people who buy from distributor stores.
Yes. I wanted to share that on my Facebook. I know what you mean. Keep talking.
Right.
Yes.
So they're selling, I forget which XY set it is, but it was $4,000 a box. And this is distributor prices.
What? Yeah, Mason told me this as well.
Yeah. And it's crazy. But my point is that I think, and you buy any sealed box and you hold it 5 years from now, it's going to go up. So the fact that Russian XY box was $100 It doesn't mean anything. I wouldn't buy any foreign language sets as a guaranteed investment. I wouldn't. I would buy.
I agree.
Yeah, I would buy something that has some price history behind it, basically. Something that you can look at and chart and graph and actually speculate on. I mean, who out there else is selling Russian flash fire? Like, you got to find a buyer for that.
That's very true. I would not spend a penny on that. But so I went to my local card shop and I thought they did a reprint, but Mason confirmed it with me. And now that you mention it, because I never talked to the owner, I only talked to the employee, and they said, "Oh, we got it restocked."
Yeah.
Right. This was like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. XY Roaring Skies, Guardians Rising, Sun. What is it? Crimson Invasion, and then Celestial Storm.
I'd love to know what he's charging for those packs.
Oh, about $12 to $14. $12 to $14. So, and then I guess the distributor, they had backstock, exactly what Mason said, and exactly what you said. So they're doing it. So I was shocked. I was like, wow.
They did, from what the letter said, they found stock. My distributor found stock at another warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't come from Pokemon USA or Pokemon Company International. They found stock of all these sets, but they are not trying to sell this at any sort of discount. I looked up every one of these boxes at eBay. They are eBay prices. So I didn't buy a single one. I could have got them all. I didn't buy a single one because I'm not going to be able to move them. Like, yeah. I'm not going to spend $12,000-$14,000 to sit on these boxes that are already $4,000 boxes of a modern set and hope that they go up 5 years from now. I don't have that type of money. I would have to be able to turn some sort of profit on them in the next certain number of years, because that's how I operate my business. My cards that I have for my personal collection are my long-term investment. I am more of an expert on how to make money in the short term for your own goals, whatever those are. Like, I can tell you what in vintage to target to flip and how to do it.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Okay. Oh, that's a good. Blazer, thanks for asking my question. What about MetaZoo? This is definitely all yours. I don't know anything about MetaZoo.
Run.
Do you think it's worrying? Run. Oh, okay. Why? Now I want to know. That's pretty adamant.
What is MetaZoo? It's not a thing. There's nothing about it. You have the guy, the creator, the owner went to everybody to pump everything you hate about people that pump packs of cards to $11 to $15 a pack. That's what the owner of this company did to try and push this thing that's never going to go anywhere. Pokemon is what everyone wants to be, the next Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen if it's forced. Okay. You have to have organic growth. Nobody forced Pokemon to be where it was. People decided that they liked it. It has other media outlets. Where's the MetaZoo anime? Where's the MetaZoo Game Boy game? Where's the MetaZoo toys? They don't exist. MetaZoo is a thing that exists in the internet. That's it. That has people running over to Discords to do box breaks. That's it. Can anyone? Let me ask you this: if you can't name me 3 or 4 MetaZoo cards off the top of your head, then it's not investable. I think I know of 1 or 2 because I've heard people talk about them. But can anybody even tell me how many cards are in the MetaZoo set? The rarity scheme, how to play the game. Can you tell me anything about MetaZoo other than it's not saying you, but any of these people? Like,
not me.
Nobody can. Nobody knows anything about it.
I knew nothing.
It's so stupid.
I just see that it's at my local card shop. It sits there. I'm like, how's it doing? They're like, okay. I'm like, okay, and I move. I know nothing. Now I'm curious for the comments. No Googling, guys. No Googling.
So
okay, wait a minute. We have Jake here from Pokenomics.
Oh wow, cool.
First of all, he's saying that MetaZoo is worth money. You're wrong here, Echo.
No, I don't know if he's kidding. Is he kidding?
Oh, he is.
Okay. Good.
These are my audience. They troll. I allowed them to troll. That's what it is. It's really funny. They have a very great sense of. So I have a very, very strong community, and the more that I talk to the community, like Hefe, and I talk to Raheem, they have very broad knowledge of Pokemon cards. So there's no way that I can scam them. Go, hey, you guys, Pochigi packs here, $300 a pack. The bright future. If you want to make money, that's why you guys. I can't, and I would never do that. But there's a lot of audience when it comes to this channel, right? There's people that are like, okay, I'm gonna open some packs, and I'm gonna trust the person that's selling to me. And there's people like my audience who are like, these guys know their crap. I apologize, but these guys are like, they definitely. And I host Jeopardy, and they're like,
I watch it. It's great.
They're
it's
like,
fantastic. I love it.
Like, wow, I was shocked. I don't know how they do it, but I was like, even Googling an answer took time. But they're like, on it. So they're definitely, and I thought it was really great. But we are definitely gonna talk, and we'll go from there. So run, you guys, with Metazoo. But that's now I know.
Metazoo is one of those things where, look, would I buy it if it was Saturday afternoon and I was at Pokemon League or Magic, Friday Night Magic, and I saw Metazoo on the shelf? Was
bad.
Yeah. Would I buy Metazoo for $5 a pack to open some? I might play around with it, but it's interesting if you look at all the dead if you go to like Wikipedia and you look at all the dead trading card games that have come and gone over the last 25 years, you would be shocked. There's very few that have made it as far as Magic and Pokemon has. Dragon Ball Z is still around. You know what I mean? There's still a few, but if you're putting your money on a speculation, it's almost like it's like trying to buy a lottery ticket. You're not going to hit it because the house always wins. You're just giving this dude your money. Like you're not outsmarting everyone by buying Metazoo. It's Metazoo's not a thing. Nobody knows about it. I didn't even know what it was when somebody mentioned it. I had to Google it. Like.
Really?
That's how you know. Like when everyone's talking about this thing and you're like, wait a minute, I'm on the internet every day of my life and I don't know what this is. Like you have to Google it because it was pushed through Discords and stuff. And unless you're in those, it's just people. You ever see the meme where it's just Spider-Man pointing to Spider-Man and then they're pulling them like it's just two Spider-Mans up. It's basically the whole thing of like it's just people selling to other people. Like it's just. The same people pumping Metazoo or the same people buying it.
Is it this one? I think I know. Again, my friend Pancake Analytics. I don't follow a lot of people. That's it, right?
That's the circle of people selling Metazoo.
That's it. Selling your collection for the 6th time this year. Flipping cards that should never be graded.
Yes,
Box gets a high pit. PSA 10. Rip and chip. Flipping card.
That's hilarious.
That's it. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Right. Pay over. What is it? Okay. Pay for rip and chip over pack price. $10 Chilling Reign, you guys. $10 a pack of Chilling Reign. Flipping well above MSRP. Claim sale because you needed to pay the bills. Selling your collection. That's it. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh my god, that is so funny. We definitely going to talk about box breakers afterwards. We are definitely going to talk about box breakers. I think that would be really good. Yes. Echo Base, can you point me where I can find first base? Oh, in Spanish. Oh, that's a good one.
Like where to sealed? I'm assuming he means?
I assume he probably means sealed.
You can get a lot of stuff on Instagram. There's a lot of people that sell sealed on Instagram. I don't want to shout anybody out in case because it's stuff's so easily faked. I don't want to. I would say check Instagram. I would say check Discords. Find Verbank, and there's actually this is the group I use. There's a Facebook group just for sealed product. Actually, hold on, I'll look it up for you.
Is it Pokemon Sealed Collectors?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I am. Oh, Lewis, the owner, is actually going to be on.
Oh, cool.
July something. I'm terrible with dates. I have to write it down. And my assistant was like, "You have this." I go, "Oh, you're right." That's why I took a long time to email you because I was like, "Okay." Yeah, I'm really terrible with dates and names. So let's go here.
I was checking to see if my girlfriend actually tuned in. She did not.
Drake names came from Pokemon Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, Fetishwa. You just jinxed them. They dropped the amount. All right, you guys, I'm going to go hop. Evolutions is cheap trash printed.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Were you there? Well, I tell everybody this. I'm pretty sure they are very aware that I've said this many times. Evolution, when it first came out, it was hyped. I was like, hey, I'm pretty excited myself. There was a line. And boy, that died within like, what is it, 3 to 4 months? And everybody's like, get that F out of here. And they kept printing Evolution. And I was like, I have so much bulk of Evolution and the reverses. And people are like, oh, grade the reverses. I said, if I can make a huge dent in the reverse of Evolution if I start to grade it. I'm telling you, that box right there, that sits. I'm looking at that Dawn box beneath my feet. I can make a dent. I'm telling you guys, it's.
You mean in the population report?
Oh, yeah, I will. I will be like, ugh.
Evolutions is interesting to me.
I have so much reverses, you guys, and
because I missed the original, because when I got out in 2000. Call it 2014. So I missed Evolutions. So when I came back, I started to collect again around November of last year. To me, Evolutions I gravitated towards it because it was, oh man, these are all the cards I know. And I got excited, and I was like, so I started to buy them just to get that a little bit of nostalgic feeling. But without even hearing about everyone that's currently involved, like yourself, everyone's disdain for Evolutions, without even hearing any of that, it took me like 2 weeks of looking at these cards. I was like, these cards are trash. Like, they are horrible. They're so bad. From from a graphical design standpoint, they're atrocious. They're just, I don't even like them at all.
There's so many printed.
And I want to
unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And people are paying $30 a pack. I tell people, if you're paying $30 a pack for Evolutions, get help. Like I straight out tell them, like, get help. It's
seriously.
not worth $30. It's just not worth $30. They're opening. It's
out
crazy.
Of all the modern sets,
$30 a pack.
It's crazy. I don't know. I do like $30. I do like Hidden Fates as a modern set. I think Hidden Fates is a nice set, personally. I think a lot of the full art Shinings are really nice cards. That's probably my favorite modern set that they've done in a long time.
I do like Hidden Fates. I do. Let me go here. I'm so behind the chat that I have to I'm going to catch up, you guys. I'm going to catch up. Apparently, I've jinxed the Clippers. I'm so behind. I apologize if you guys ask a question. Let me know. Bellsprout, perhaps. I hate Bellsprouts with a passion. Is Russian Suns looking good? Okay. Oh, so there you go. What are your thoughts on foreign trophy type cards? Taiwan recently had a tournament, and there was a lotto offer to the winners. That's a good question.
It is. So I would say that for the right price, any trophy card's a good investment. So what you have to do is you have to look at, I would take a step back and I would take a look at how much they currently are. Is there any history behind any Taiwanese trophy cards in general? Can you graph out and have any sort of data over how any of the trophy cards from Taiwan have performed over time? And I think it's so new in Taiwan that the answer is there's not a lot of that data. So then you have to make an educated decision. Like, you have to always ask yourself, if you have a spot of money to do something with, what's the best place to put that money? So I don't know the current prices of these. I know of the Taiwanese trophy cards. I don't know if I were to go on right now and try and scoop them up. I don't know what the cost raw for these cards is. I don't. But let's assume that you're getting these trophy cards at a fifth or less. So maybe like a seventh of the price of a trophy equivalent of a equivalent type of trophy card from a Japanese set, we'll say. Then in that case, yes, I do think that they're a good investment, depending on the rarity of the trophy card too. You all, like, how many of these things were issued? Is it like Worlds cards where there's only like 4 copies issued total? Like the World Championship cards? Is it like that, or is there a lot more of this trophy card issued? Is it more like a victory medal where it's like a Battle Road style trophy card? So if the answer is the rarity is similar to a true American or Japanese trophy card, and you can get it for a fraction of the price, then yes, I would say that's not a bad investment because it's low risk too. If you're getting it for a fraction of the price, I really don't think long term you're going to lose money on it. I think that's my personal opinion.
I think also, and what I've talked about this before, people always go, okay, you got to invest in this, you got to invest in that, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, so you're telling people how to invest, right? What to invest, but you don't really explain how to invest, right?
Right.
Or just how to get your money back. And I think I want to talk to you about this. I apologize, you guys. I'm gonna basically talk a little about this. We're gonna go off track, but I had a friend, not had, I'm sorry. I have a friend that purchased a case of Vivid Voltage booster boxes, and he
Okay.
got them for $280 a box, and he got a case. So 280 times 6, I can't do the math right now. And now Vivid booster boxes are like
15,
125
16.
right now. I can't do that right now.
I think it's 15,
And they're
16.
doing for 125. And then in my head, I was like, how long is it? I don't know, you know.
How long
I
does he
do
have to
believe
wait?
to wait. You don't even know, and he does not know. Even to
So
go to break even at 280.
a
And how
while.
long is it? A while. That's what it is. A while. And I just said to him, I don't think what you did was bad, right? I think the product, yeah, I think Vivid Voltage probably do have a good shot. Keep it sealed. But when you purchase it for 280 a box, that's you're just way above MSRP.
Way
And
above.
how long? And you know, Pokemon has gonna have to stop printing it, and people is gonna have to
Yeah.
demand. I guess the demand's gonna be there, but how many other boxes are people holding them? Sorry, how many other people are holding these sealed products just like you are?
That too.
And you're selling and you're buying it for 280 a box. And he's like, well, a fear of, I guess he just doesn't know, and there's a fear of FOMO, right?
FOMO, fear of
And
missing out. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people have to know, right? I guess when people say they're investing, but I think at the same time, when they open up Pokemon packs at a premium price and they're doing this and that, you're not investing, you're gambling. Let's say
Oh
what
yeah.
it is. You're
Absolutely.
not investing, you're gambling.
Yep.
And anyways.
No, I would
Mhm.
to that person if they're listening, I would say relax. It was a bad short-term investment. Without a doubt, don't do it again. Don't buy modern sets at that high above, and by that high, I'd say anything double MSRP. Your MSRP on a box is 140. If you're buying sealed boxes, a double MSRP with the intention of selling them in the short term, that is a bad strategy in general. Now, if you look at the long-term trajectory of sealed product over a 10-year span, do I think that you will eventually make more than 280 per box? Yes, I do. But you're also, so my best advice would be stick them in a closet, forget you did it, move on, buy yourself a pizza, watch a movie. Forget that you did it. Stick it in a box, pull it back out in 10 years, you'll make your money back. Now,
Correct.
that is a correction to a possible mistake that you made. As investment advice, I am not going to tell anybody, because I'm not a financial advisor, to invest their money in Pokemon. You are much better historically to invest in like S&P 500 stocks, or to actually get like a mutual fund that has a consistent 10% growth where you don't have to worry about it. We are talking about alternative assets here, and they are subject
Exactly.
to so much fluctuation that it's impossible to predict. So unless you have the liquidity where you don't really need that money, and I mean, look, there's Pokemon's more fun than stocks are. I mean, they're cards. They're a lot more fun. So I understand. I do it. I mean, I have tons of cards, and some of them even back in the year 2000, I was purchasing them with the expectation that these are very rare. We'll say that, very rare. So the odds that you purchase something that has an extreme rarity to it and that it's going to go down in price are a lot less. I think that that's safe. But something like Vivid Voltage, guys, I mean, we're talking millions of packs of cards. millions of packs of cards were produced in a time era when everybody knows to keep stuff sealed. No one was keeping Gym Heroes sealed back in the day. Everyone was cracking it. Everyone was opening it. Packs were flying every weekend in the store.
Not even XY. Not even black
XY.
and white.
There you go.
Not even XY.
Nope, exactly.
Not even XY. And XY, it's actually semi-modern in my eyes, in my opinion.
I would agree.
And I told him, he left, by the way. He left Pokemon. So he left Pokemon, and I think
really?
that's where he did. He did. He left Pokemon, and I think that's the problem. That's why I created my channel, and I'm sure that we talked about it behind closed door. Why you created, because that's where I don't see where it's going, and that's where they talk about a lot of the fundamentals. But I think what a lot of people need to learn is, okay, if you really are going to invest, how are you doing it? Right. And that's the meme that I showed, buying above MSRP. Oh, you know what? I shared something on my Facebook, not my Facebook, on my Instagram. And I thought this was so funny. I laughed so hard because I think this is what some people are doing. And this is how they're losing so much money. I want to show you something. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Buy high, sell low. Buy high. What do you think about
that? That's what people are probably unfortunately doing.
They are.
Yeah,
well, I had to share that.
It's tough. It's tough to time the market. It really is. Because you have people that are trying to time this that don't know what they're doing, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And we have seen so much unusual activity over the last year that it's given people a false impression of what this card game actually is.
Exactly.
But this is the perspective I would like to offer. Not many people have been around since 1998. And this is what I'm going to go back to in my little intro that I said. Remember, guys, I was watching you could buy first edition base set for $19 a pack. So when you look at Pokemon of where it is now versus where it was then, everything is investable. Virtually everything has gone up. Everything vintage. I don't know about, but modern will be at some day will be vintage. But I'm talking 25 years from now. 25 years from now, what's in modern will most likely be worth more than it is now. That is my prediction when we generation skip again. So like it really comes down to your patience level and what your goals are. Like I never needed to sell any of my collection. I never intended to sell it. I bought it to have for fun, and it just so happened to accrue value. But if you look at Pokemon like that, if you buy it and collect it because you enjoy it and you seriously enjoy collecting the sets and completing the sets and just don't get rid of them, then eventually they're going to be worth money. But if you're trying to be a short gain artist, that's where the risk is involved. And that's where if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get bit. You're going to get bit. Pokemon in general is not difficult to make money at. But you have to extend that over long periods of time. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to get rich right now. And that's the problem, as I see it.
Okay. I'm going to dive in. I think I'm going to disagree with you just a tad bit. And respectfully, of course.
No worries.
I don't think Pokemon is easy to make money. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I think that's where people lose the most money with that type of thinking. Respectfully disagree. I think if you want to flip Pokemon cards, you got to have the basic knowledge of the cards, right?
I see what you're saying.
You got to have. You need to know. Me and you.
It's easy for us. It's easy for us. Right.
We can't get full. We can't get full.
You're right.
And
I see what you're saying.
I'm gonna try to pull out a card that.
I actually 100% agree with you. I say it's easy because we have the knowledge, but
okay,
I know what you're saying.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull out this card. I think this card is just raising rivals. I'm just gonna pull this out. Right?
It is rising rivals actually.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The Milrotom.
For somebody that just sells the card, right? And just a pack opening, right? A box break, and I could sell the card and says, look, if you look this up, the pop report, I'm almost positive is pretty low. Okay,
It is.
because right, and I could sit there and I can sell to somebody that just does not know, and I could take advantage and say, look, Racing Rivals, this card is 10 years old, 10 plus years old, right? The pop
Yeah.
report is 2, 1.
Yep. I know what you're saying.
You gotta grade this card. This card is, that's it, you know?
No.
This card is the BOMB, the bomb. And someone that doesn't understand me, like, you're right. I'm looking at data. Data reflects this card is actually, it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, and I looked at eBay. Nobody's selling this card. But the fact is that me and you can't trick me and you and the audience, because you know why? Because there's no organic demand, and that card, nobody wants to grade that card. Nobody wants it, even though it's vintage. So I think that's hard. I think with the collectible, especially with Pokemon, there's got to be a strong, not just a basic, a strong understanding of, is that, do people even want that card? You can't flip something that people don't want.
I'm laughing that you chose that card in particular. I have the story behind that card. That's why I'm laughing.
Tell me.
You chose. All right, so that's a secret rare from that set. Mm-hmm. That's a limit 1 per box card. That's the post number refractor. Right around that, I mean, the birds, they had the Moltres, mm-hmm. the Articuno, the Zapdos. They were the secret rares from I don't remember if it was one of the platinum sets. You had the mm-hmm. Mo-Rotoms. You had the Rotoms. They were there, and then. So I remember back when I was looking at my collection, trying to figure out what to grade and stuff, I was like, oh, I wonder what these secret rares are worth, because I know how hard they are to actually pull. They're pretty difficult to pull. And yet it's not a card everyone likes, but mm-hmm. I like rare stuff. So I'm like, I like the secret rares and stuff. So I was like, oh, these are old. These got to be worth something. I remember looking them up, and they're like graded, like 9s and 10s are like $100 mm-hmm. a card. And I'm like, yo, okay, so not everything that's rare is valuable, because
exactly,
yes,
knowledge is you need a strong, and that's where it is. And I think the people that make the YouTube video, the streamers, I really think experience in the hobby is very much needed. 1000%.
I agree.
If you ask somebody, and I think, to me, in my opinion, either you've been in the hobby for 5 years and you're really collecting, or you've been in the hobby for 10 years to even qualify to even say anything. That's my opinion, you guys.
I would
my
agree.
Pure opinion. You can't ask someone that has not gone through to collect and says, because they wouldn't even know. If someone that's been on YouTube, or a streamer that's been on YouTube for 2 years or 1 year, why would you ask them something during the Diamond and Pearl set, or even the XY set, when they haven't even been there to tell you, is this card even rare? Do people even want this card? And that's the key to it. And that's what I tried. And that's why I started the channel, because that's what I've been seeing. And I don't like what's going on. But anyways.
That's like me giving XY era advice. I'll be the first one to say, I don't know. I'm learning, but I do not know as much about modern as other people do, like as yourself, I'm sure. I can't tell you the average box prices of the last 7 modern sets. I mean, Sword and Shield, yeah, because I've been around now since October. Mm-hmm. But prior to that, no, I couldn't tell you what those price fluctuations were, and I would never claim to. But I see what you're saying. Yes, you have all these people where their only goal on YouTube is to make money.
Oh, yeah.
And, it irks the hell out of me. It really does.
Oh, yeah. It's just absolutely. Absolutely. And they're just spilling nonsense.
The irony is PokeRev lives like 20 minutes from me.
Oh. Apparently he's selling $10 or $11 a pack with Chilling Reign. Apparently that's what someone told me. And I was like, what? What? But in that point, that I can make an argument. That is free market. Okay. He's posting up on his website, right? And if he doesn't say anything, if he posts it up and people that support him, that wants to buy, that's the free market, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? I hope that the people are more educated. If they really want to support him, right? That's what you hope. Eventually, they'll see. But there's other people that are selling you stuff, right? Selling you products, right? They're selling you products, and they're saying, this is what you should invest in. This is investable. While they're selling you
that's horrible.
The product.
You're right. Rev doesn't do that. I'll at least give him that.
Correct.
And
that is
it's
not
despicable. It is.
That is not it. That is it. You are telling somebody to do something, right?
Yep.
They are relying onto you because you present yourself as the expert, right? And a lot of people that use the word, and I've said this many times, it's commerce, right? It's the free market. Actually, it's actually really regulated if you really look into the
Oh
law.
yeah, it absolutely
Buyers
is.
and sellers have great protection
Oh
of them
yeah,
both. And they're like, oh, that's not a scam. Oh,
it's
it depends on what they tell you and what they're selling to you. And these people that don't know anything, that rely on them, they're paying these prices at a premium packed, a
it's a pyramid
premium,
scheme.
right? It's not, it doesn't work like that. And for them to say, "Oh, I care about the Pokemon community. I care about this." No, you care about that 10,000 profit that you make opening that box because I
Do you
know
know
how
what it
much you
reminds me
benefit.
of?
What?
You know what it reminds me of? Did you ever watch before the internet? I mean, I don't know how old you are. I'm 37. Um,
That PokeRev is selling it, Jake. Apparently, someone told me, a lot of people told me he was selling it for $11 packed. But if you buy more than 10, it's $10 a pack.
ooh, it's a deal. That's a steal.
What a great deal.
What a
And
great
that's
bargain.
so that it's scummy, right? But that is the free market compared to somebody that sits there and says, I am Pokemon, I am the Pokemon expert, right? And who proclaims himself, or she proclaims himself and says, I've been doing it for 1 or 2 years and selling them and saying, this is it, this is it, this is the best thing. And I hear the things that they say, and I know the law pretty well. I do this for a living.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, you are not certified to say that whatsoever. And the most ironic thing is that I get it. You know, there's other there's is it T Bake Jake or something. I don't watch his
Twice
channel. I
baked
watch
Jake.
some, you know, he does his videos. I get it, the things that he said, but he's not selling it to
No,
anybody,
I
right?
like Jake. I like Twice
He's
baked Jake.
not
He's a good
saying it
guy.
to anybody.
Yeah.
He's not selling to anybody. He
No,
just say sometimes the things say you got to do your research. You got to do that.
his
But
knowledge is
but
pretty spot
correct.
on too.
But oh my god, the clips are losing. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to even bother with that. But there's people out there that sits there and says, "I am the expert. Let me sell you these packs." And I've heard it. I've
That's
heard
horrible.
yeah, I've heard people go, Pokemon is the greatest thing. It's never going to collapse. You're going to make so much money, this and that. And I'm saying, like, you should not be saying that because I think that's just taking advantage of their viewers. That's just sad. And that's just hurting the Pokemon community in the end. But we got to go back to the comments. Sorry for the
Okay.
tangent, you guys.
No, it's funny. I don't think I've ever had
Anyways,
a conversation without tangents.
that's what's the best part.
I know.
Oh,
I
the
agree.
people that watch me know about the tangents. Um, Let me go here. Okay. It always makes me wonder how come those foreign boxes take so long to hit the market? Are they really a small print run or is it stock purposely being held back? Well, that's a good question. I'd like to know your opinion.
Let me think about this because I actually did hear something about this at one point. It's not okay, so if you look at the way print runs are done, print runs, generally the later print runs are the ones that are done in foreign language print runs. So the way it traditionally worked was the European print runs were print runs 4, 5, and 6. So they do lag the English print runs from Pokemon Company International. So they do in general take longer to hit the market. Now, to really get into why that they're there longer though and why there's such larger quantities, you'd really have to have a deep level conversation with a distributor as far as how they always come up with this extra stock. I don't know the answer because I've only had a handful of those type of conversations with my distributor. I haven't asked him this question. If I asked him, he'd probably give me an answer. But I'm going to guess, if I had to speculate, what happens is that they go over to those markets, they don't sell over there, and then they get moved back. The distributors that sell in those markets then sell them back to other distributors over here to see if we can purchase them. So that's how. So like there was what was it? It wasn't Korean. It was there was one foreign language very recently where they uncovered a stock from like a Diamond and Pearl era set. It was an old set, and they uncovered like pallets of this stuff at a distributor level. And I think what happens is that these distributors are selling amongst themselves when they can't. So if this stuff goes over to Portugal and Portugal doesn't, nobody over there buys it, they're not going to let it sit in the warehouse. They're going to try and offload it somewhere else. So that's how you get like an American distributor will come through and say, hey, we have a bunch of this that we found. Well, what happened is they just got an email from another distributor saying, no, we weren't able to sell this. Do you want it? And they'll take it and they'll try and redistribute it, basically. That's my guess. I don't know for sure.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Best guess.
It's who knows at this point, Who knows at this point?
Distribution's an interesting thing that I just got introduced to when I started my store.
Yeah.
It's interesting how a lot of this stuff works. It's a whole new world that you're opened up to when you can talk and have these conversations with them.
Thank you, SR. I'm going to take a look at that. Wow, we are totally behind.
Are we?
Oh yeah, we are. No, actually, we're catching up. But if Rudy, King Pokemon are behind MetaZoom, could they be? Oh, that's true. That is true. And the thing is that I really think there's people out there that don't say
Alpha
anything.
Investments is behind it?
I don't know about Alpha, but I know
Rudy, right?
Yeah, but I know Gary really likes MetaZoo, so I do think that these King Pokemon's a great. I consider him a good friend.
Okay, I won't speak to it. I've never.
I do think that sometimes there is a conflict of interest at some point.
Hey,
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
I really do. I do, and I think that's where you have to educate your viewers at this time. Or like maybe they're not speaking up or they're not saying much as what they should because there is a conflict of interest. Maybe they're sponsored. Maybe they have stocks in it. Maybe they have a ton of crap that they need to sell.
Disclaimer. You need a disclaimer.
Something like that. That's what I want. And that's where there's channels like this, to basically teach and educate. But I do want to ask you, so you are very honest and you're very truthful and straightforward like me. Yeah. And I know Jake has, said this before, and Jake has said this before. So how do you perhaps deal with some of the backlash? Not the backlash. I don't think that's the right word, but people saying that you're pretty negative. This is not it, and it's usually for people that's haven't been there in a long time, long term, right? And
right.
They just said, this is really negative. I'm not into it. They usually come back after you tell them, okay, this is not. Usually when you're right, they come back.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with that? And
No. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. That was it. I was trying to read the comments and I was getting distracted.
I hold back a lot. I'll say that. I purposefully. First of all, let me start by saying this. I made my YouTube channel for me. What I'm doing with you right now, it was the prime. I wanted to interact with the community more because I can't go to league. I can't run tournaments. I have no one else to talk to. None of my friends know anything about this stuff. So I started YouTube as a platform to talk and to try and show people, lack of a better word, who I am. And some of the rare stuff I have uncut sheets sitting in the closet from I have stuff. I pulled some stuff out. So this is something I have, and I need to ask on E4. I have yet to ask on E4, but this is a craft consumer promotion from the year 2000 from the Team Rocket set. I have never in my life seen another one of these. I've never heard of anyone having one of these. I've asked around too. I couldn't tell you. I back in the day, nobody even knew about it. So I guess my point is I had some things that I wanted to show people that I don't think anyone else had. So that was one of my primary motivations for starting the channel. So to answer your question, I don't care what people think about me. I don't. This is a hobby of mine. Nobody knows like my other hobby is strongman. I compete in strongman. So I have other things going on in my life. I come on here to share knowledge, to do things. One of the types of videos that I'm going to do more of I'm going to do vlogs, like actual day in the life of vlogs. I'm going to take you guys to Pokemon League. I'm going to film all my matches. I'm going to show you all the players. I'm going to, like, it's going to be like an actual like life. Nobody's doing this now. This is some idea I had. So my point is these are all positive things. I don't make lately I've been making more negative type videos because I do have an opinion on a lot of this. The truth, yes. There's an individual that I do not like. I think you might be able to guess who it is at this point. I think she is fake and I don't like her. But okay.
I have no clue. The only she I know, it's me.
Oh, then we'll just leave it there because it's not you. But I don't want to get into it. I try to avoid this stuff because, the negative stuff, I don't see that much of it on my channel. I mean, I'm a very, very, very small channel. So I guess maybe if I scaled, I'd see more of that sort of stuff, but it wouldn't bother me. I don't care. People are free to say what they want. I don't even, I respond to all my comments now, but if I got negative comments, it's whatever. I got other stuff to do with my life than respond to idiots on the internet. So if you don't want to watch, don't watch. I don't care. I'm still going to make my videos. It doesn't bother me.
It. Oh, that's what I do. I continue to do it. Do you know how I started this channel? When someone, by the way, my mod says, so there's another person that's selling it for $10 a pack. I'm very, very confused of who's selling it.
That's $3.60 a box.
The sub was telling me yesterday. They were telling me PokeRev was doing it. So another YouTubers. I'm very confused. That's terrible. That's just taking straight out advantage of. That's a sad at this point.
Sad.
But it's very, very sad for $10. You know, and I was telling yesterday. This time when Pokemon is like this, right there, that you can go to Walmart and buy all of this.
By the way, my Walmart is not like that. Oh no, there's nothing at my Walmart, not a thing.
Oh, your local card shop, my local card shop at Frank and Sons, all that.
Yeah.
Sitting there. You know what? You can even go to StockX, right? Where Chilling Reign booster box is like $115 right now.
Really?
At this time, right? At this time, and I was telling my the viewers yesterday, at this time where Chilling Reign, it's so easily accessible that you can get Chilling Reign. If whoever is selling you more than $6 a pack, you know they're in it for the money. Done deal. And if they ever say, "Oh, I'm doing it for fun, I'm doing it for the community," no, you're not. If you really care about the community, you want them to have access. You want them to be able to collect.
Selling it at less than pack price.
Exactly.
I mean, hasn't PokeRev haven't these people made enough money?
That's so sad. That is so sad.
You're getting it at distributor level prices, which is $81 a box.
That is so sad. That's so sad. And we were just talking about this, and it happened to me a couple of times where someone reached out to me and they were saying, hey, they undercut the price for some of my Sue booster boxes. And they're like, oh, it's for my collection. It's great. You know, you're trusted. I did a little bit of digging. There was just a box breaker that just buys it and double it. And that's why it's so hard for me to support a lot of these box breakers, because that's what they do. And I cannot let that happen to the Pokemon community. I cannot support it. And us as a community, we need to speak out against that. Agree. To be honest with you.
Yep.
But at the same time, you know, there's argument at the free market. I get it, right? If they're sitting there and their audience are buying it, it's on them. But it depends on what they say.
I agree.
Certain Icy Moose. Who's Icy Moose? I want to know what this is. Okay, now I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna message you privately who this person is. But anyways, that's really funny. Oh, by the way, it's 2 hours. I want to be respectful of your time. Let me know.
Well, me and Mason went for 4, so I don't want to go for. I don't want to go for 4.
Oh no, we are not gonna go for 4, you guys. I might cry because I think the Clippers are losing. I do think the Clippers are losing. So okay, so they're talking about. I can tell you the rules. Metas Anna so far. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think we're here. Oh. Oh, okay. Hey, how are you?
Maybe he might have gotten that person.
We shouldn't complain about others people's losing. It means more opportunity for people who put the work in it. We shouldn't complain about No, that's not
I don't
okay.
agree.
I don't agree with that, Red Cat. I don't.
I know what he's
I
trying to
don't.
say. I know what he's trying to say,
I,
and
I don't. I don't. I don't agree with that at all. I'm not. I apologize that we disagree with that. I apologize for that because my mindset and your
I don't
mindset's very
agree with
much.
it. I don't agree with
I
it
don't.
either. But
I don't.
I know I would like to ask him a follow-up question or two to that
Yeah, Red Cat,
because
let me know you're still here.
yeah, I like that there's more. So I'm excited more than anything for the prices of stuff to go back down
Oh, me
because
too.
there's still collection cards that I want. And I do like that there is some barrier to entry. Like the knowledge that me and you have and the people like us have that really know what they're doing. I like that knowledge is a little harder. It requires a little bit of respect in order to do it. I like that
Mhm.
this hobby you just can't unless you're one of these pack breakers. It's a lot harder for you to actually go in, dive in, grab the cards, find the real deals, flip them and make the money. It requires a lot of knowledge. More it doesn't seem like it for people like you and me, but it actually does. Like average Joe from down the street, ironically that's my name, but average Joe from down the street, who just sees Pokemon and hears it's hot and wants to make money doing it, he's not going to be able to screw with the really valuable stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to go out there and hunting down trophy cards. He's not going to go that deep into it. He's going to stay surface level, pack wise, and try and make money that way. So I do like that the really rare stuff tends to stay in the hands of true collectors that know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. If you try to educate people, the market will probably be competitive and eliminate. But that's the thing. But you don't actually see the downside of it as well. First of all, when people are educated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go back real
I
quick.
know where you're going with this.
Okay.
I think.
First of
Yeah.
all, the people they're not going to come in, right? You're going to have, this is a niche that we're talking about, right? This is a niche,
Yeah.
right? This is a collectible, this is Pokemon, this is a niche. People are going to come in, they're going to lose their money, they're going to learn. Even I don't educate them, you know what will? Their dry wallet will.
That's
That's what
true.
it is. If I don't educate them, if Echo Pokenomics doesn't, their dry wallet will. And you know what's the effect? They leave. They leave. They leave. And the fact is that you need the hobby to be accessible. You need people to come in. The only people that are doing the selling for $10 a pack or whatever, they're gonna leave.
Yeah,
They're
I
gonna
agree.
leave. The fact that this is a
Yeah,
collectible,
that's a
this
good
is a
point.
trading card game that people are printing. I mean, I think Pokemon's printing left and right. They're trying to print, right? You want them because you want the people to pay. This is your market base. This is your consumer base that you're only hurting, right? You're telling people to invest in Pokemon, but the way that you're telling them and you're just making it hard for people to stay, who else is going to invest? Who else is going to stay to buy? That's the thing.
I
So if you
agree.
have anything else, let me know.
No, yeah, a red cat. I agree. I think that we're going to see a big dip some years from now because the we're hurting the game. We're hurting the hobby because Pokemon's sells the most of its packs from little Timmy walking into a Target with his mom on a Saturday and picking up a pack of cards. That is where they make the majority of their money, but that is also where the interest of the game organically grows from. It does not come from people like you and me. We are a minority of people in this game. 90%, I'd say 80% of the cards that are sold, and you can actually get the distributor numbers on this. The 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 actual distributors that sell to Pokemon and Walmart, they get it direct, like it's direct from the Pokemon company themselves. I would love to know the percentages of the
Mhm.
of sales that run through Target and Walmart versus everywhere else. I would say it's more than half, and that's just kids. That's kids stopping in Target and Walmart, picking out a pack as they go through the grocery line. trading with their friends on the playground, trading with their friends on the bus. That's where the excitement comes from. And what's happening is the print shortages and everyone's scalping these cards and taking them out of the hands of kids is hurting the game, because you're not going to have 10 years from now, you're going to have less of a generation of people that were interested in the game. So I think we're going to see a rebound from this. I don't know when, but I don't know. It's going to happen.
Exactly. And the thing is that, because right now it's all hype, right? People don't see it. People are like, oh, you know what? It's not gonna die. That's what people think. But starting, it's really starting. I think it's gonna keep on going. I don't know if you were there. Diamond and Pearl. It was Diamond and Pearl. Even the beginning of Black and White. Pokemon. Nobody wanted it.
I know.
Nobody wanted it. That's
I love
the
the
thing.
Diamond and Pearl sets.
Right, you need people to stay. That's it. You need people to stay. You need people to think, you know what? The thing is, there's also people that, people like, oh, people want to say, oh, I want people that are in it for the wrong reason to leave. But there are people that comes in it for the financial reason, but stay because they realize, you know what?
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it. And that's the thing. But you got to start people off right, because
I agree.
Trust me. Me and you can have followers. We can have 1 million. We can have, but you know what else? You know what else has the most followers? Money.
Yeah.
Money. And the moment money goes, the moment they lose money, they leave. They leave. So, anyways,
they go on to the next thing.
They leave. Okay. Maybe another 30 more minutes. What do you think?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another 30 minutes, you guys, because I am getting a little tired.
So am
I. What do you think of the Japanese band? Oh, Missy Tears.
I
Oh,
love
that's a
them.
good question. You do? Nice.
Yeah, they're great cards. They're great.
Nice.
They're not as rare as people think they are, because what you have to remember from back those, I mean, there's 60 packs in a box in a lot of those Japanese sets. There's 60-pack boxes, and you're going to get a lot of those cards. There's a lot in a sealed box. So if you know where to look for them, cough by eCough, Yahoo Auctions Japan, there's tons of them out there still. And they're not as rare, but I do like them. I have a bunch of them myself, and it's one of those cards I won't sell my last copy of. Like the Misty's Tears, I like the Moo Milk one too, with the cows. I like that one. There's a bunch of those band cards. The one I really like is the did he list it? No, is the Sabrina's Gengar, where it's in the graveyard with the crosses. I think that one's really cool that they took the crosses out in the American version, or the English version, I should say.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like that card. Yeah, I like those cards. They're great. They're good investments too.
What do you think about Flesh and Blood price hike in the boxes? I know nothing.
I know nothing about Flesh and Blood.
Taiwan has used different Chinese that's not mainland China. The majority of Chinese language where the market is. Oh, not too sure in the foreign Chinese, but I'll take a look at that.
Well, Taiwanese is not Chinese. They would use a different character set in general, unless, and I don't know this. I had a friend who spoke Taiwanese, so I know the character language. I can't write it all out, but it's a phonetic language. They have 24 characters in their phonetic language. I don't know if those characters are also in Mandarin or also in Chinese. If they are, I could see how that could be a thing. But my initial instinct is they're two different languages. I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't get it, but I may be wrong. I don't know.
Gotcha. All right. I think it is not a phonetic language. I'm not too sure what.
It's a phonetic language. Taiwanese, yes, it is. You can Taiwanese is. You can pronounce all the words. It's a phonetic language.
Phonetic. I'm not too sure. I
was told this by somebody.
I apologize. So let me know, you guys. I don't know. But I think we hear band cards sell so fast. People love them. Oh, ooh, Pokemon sell or expansional big box through LGs. I don't know the actual number. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think I know who the she is based on just the chat. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you, you guys.
I was about to say, don't make me get into this. I'm going to get myself into trouble.
It's okay, right? Not a lot of people, people can like you and people don't like you. I'm pretty sure there's people that hate me. It is what it is. You continue. And there's how do I say it? what's that little quote that everybody, oh, there's somebody for everybody, right?
Yeah.
There's somebody, people will like me, they'll follow me. Some people don't, some people do. We continue to make content. I speak what I believe to be the truth, and other people, I guess, as long as there's no bad or ill intention to what I'm saying or what you're saying, go ahead. But that's what I think. So you, at the beginning, you said, I started the YouTube channel. I'm sorry. You went back on YouTube because you don't like where Pokemon's heading. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more on that, please?
Yeah. It's the financial stuff we've been talking about. So I remember hearing about, God, I don't even subscribe to his channel anymore. This is funny that I don't know who this is. Give me a second. It's not Rev. Wow, who's the dude? Who's the other dude that hangs with Logan Paul? Who's the biggest Pokemon YouTuber?
Oh, Leonhardt, right?
Thank you. I don't like the guy, so I don't subscribe to him. But yes, but when I typed in Pokemon in YouTube, and the first channels I see are Leonhardt and Rev, and I'll be honest, so I had a big undertaking to go through my collection. So I used to watch Rev's pack opening streams because they're 4 hours long, 8 hours, 10 hours long. So I could put it on one monitor and I could sort cards while I had it on. And at first I thought it was neat. Like he was like hyper energetic all the time and upbeat, and I was getting to look at a bunch of cards I had never seen before, because he usually does his members stuff with live breaks with modern. So I was like, I was watching the cards like here and there. I was like, oh, that's neat, like that's a cool card, so it was entertaining. But then the more I looked into like people like that did that sort of stuff, and actually figured out how much money they make at this stuff, it just but they never talk about anything else other than opening Pokemon cards, for the love of God. Like, would it kill you to get on there and just do a video about reviewing a Pokemon set? Like you're ripping open this vintage box of cards and giving no context to this at all. Like, I got a Skyridge box, it's worth $36,000. Okay. Well, how about you give some context? Oh, wait, you can't. You weren't there. That's right. You have no idea what you're talking about. Like, this is the sort of stuff that bothers me. It's like there was no one out there. It seemed like the popular people weren't the people that should be popular. I'm not saying I should be, because I'm just saying that there was no one on YouTube from around my time that it's almost like I went into the hyperbolic time chamber for Dragon Ball Z. I came out and I was like, I don't recognize my hobby anymore. I don't know what I'm looking at. Who are these people? Like, how did these people get popular? Who's watching this stuff? Like, do you even run a Pokemon League? Like, do you even do anything for the hobby itself? Like, what are you're just opening cards, amassing YouTube views, getting stuff at distributor level prices, selling them at 6 times the MSRP, to buy a vintage box, to open a vintage box, to get the views, to grade the cards, to sell the cards for it's like you think we don't see this? Like, we see this. Like, we see what you're doing. Like, it's not that hard to figure out. And I just got, I don't know, I got bad vibes from watching it. Like, I don't know. I couldn't stand it anymore. So, I mean, I'm never going to be able to do anything about it. I don't want to do that with my channel. I want to do other things that I like, things that I think are different. I don't know. I want to help people. Like, I have a video series that I do where I step by step show you what I'm buying from Buy, how to buy it, how to break it down, cost to grade, cost raw, investment cost, profit turn. You can take your profit and do whatever you want with it. If you want to go buy cards for you and your family, buy modern. It's basically how to play the game for free. It's basically the goal of it, because that's my goal, is to make enough money with my store and stuff so that I can grade my collection and open product for myself for free. Not an absorbent amount. I'm not trying to, scout people at $11 a pack and everything. Like I sell on my store booster boxes at $129, basically below MSRP. Then I mark them up slightly for my distributor and I sell them at below MSRP. But my goal is hopefully that, okay, if I sell 14 boxes, maybe I can keep 2 for myself and not have to pay for them, basically.
Correct.
Because when I first started doing my channel, I was doing vlogs of running back and forth to Target and Walmart, like the perspective of somebody trying to get into the game. And I would spend 8 hours on a Saturday driving from GameStop to Walmart to Target to Barnes & Noble to leave with like 3 packs of cards. And I was just like, this is ridiculous, guys. It turned into just rant videos of me just being pissed that I'm wasting gas. I'm wasting my time in my area and I can't find any cards. I waited in line in Walmart with the scalpers to try and get some ETBs just to have something to open. So I was like, this is ridiculous. I need to get a distributor license. I need to be able to actually have a store for myself more than anything. I want to be able to get boxes for myself so I don't have to spend all this time driving to Target. This was a lot easier back in the day when MSRP was $3.29 a pack, and any Saturday, me and my friends could just drop into Walmart and buy 10 packs like clockwork. We had a budget. It was $30 a week we would spend on cards, and we would get 10 packs of cards every week. And we would go home and we would open them as a group of friends. We would open them, we would bind them, we would trade them. That doesn't exist anymore. You can't do that. It's sad.
Yeah, I understand. I have no problem with Leon. The people that I have the problem with is, can you talk about the Whatnot app? Sorry, I skipped that question. I don't even know that app. I barely use it. I don't even think, after what a lot of people have said, I don't think I'll ever download it. I can't talk on something I've never used.
I can't
or tried
either.
or
I
have.
installed it.
I apologize. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I don't think so. I don't have a problem with that. It's the people that are lying to other people. That's the problem that I have, right? Saying, Pokemon, invest in this, don't invest in Tesla, don't invest in Bitcoin, invest in Pokemon cards, but buy from me. Those are the people that I'm having the problem and issue with.
Yeah.
Right? You can clickbait all you want. To me, in my opinion, that doesn't bug me. What bugs me is that you are telling the people a lie, right? That they're going to get rich doing Pokemon cards. They're going to get rich paying a premium price. You're going to get rich doing this, grading this, buying these packs. That's just a lie. And that's where the problem is. Okay. And I do want to talk Red, because Red, how much do you bench? I'm not too sure. How much do you bench?
I do.
But
do you really want to know?
They are, but you feel like, okay, right? They are instrumental to bringing people in with Neon. That's true, right? I guess that's what gets the most views. These little clickbait titles, right? They get the most view. But you also got to do it. I don't know, right? Right? There's some people.
See, I'm torn on
whatever.
it because I would like it if they shared what they're actually making off of your views. And I don't mean YouTube ad revenue. I mean, I think they should be more transparent with what their channel makes. And you never, so I follow a lot of YouTube, a lot of different YouTube hobbies. Because like I said, I compete in strongman. So my hobbies are split. I collect Transformers. I follow a lot of different genres other than just Pokemon on YouTube. And a lot of these channels are very transparent with how they make their money. They will tell you, hey, guys.
I'm very transparent. Right. I tell them how much I bought. They buy to support me. I sleep, I could tell them I sleep at night knowing that you guys buy to support me, right? That you guys don't know to grade this card and be like, you're going to be rich on that. I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that a couple of these bigger channels could be a little bit more transparent with what they're doing and helping. And when was the last informational video Rev did about how to become the next Rev? Like, what if somebody wants to do what he's doing? Why doesn't he put out a video that says, hey guys, this is where I started, this is a step-by-step, this is how I got to what I was doing, just so everyone knows this didn't happen overnight. I don't ever see those type of videos. It's just all pack opening. And that's why I stopped. It's like I don't know. I think that they could do more.
Okay. The truth doesn't sell. Let's just be clear, you guys.
I know that.
The truth doesn't sell. Okay, the truth doesn't sell. The truth doesn't sell. So
that's why I'm not buying.
That's the truth doesn't sell. Do you really think they go, hey guys, I actually bought this box for like 13,000, and you guys are dumb enough to make it double. Okay, you guys are dumb enough. So I'm actually profiting 10,000 off you guys. I'm telling you guys are gonna get rich. So you really think they'll sell that? You really
Nope.
think? Oh, this is what they do. This is what they do. They pull the card out, right? And they won't ever tell you the raw price of the card. They'll tell you
Nope.
a PSA 10 on the card, right? Like, let's just do evolutions, right? They'll do the
Okay.
box breaks. They double the price. The people pay, all right? They'll think, right? Let's just, right? And they'll pay,
Right.
whatever. And the evolutions is one. There's worse that I've seen.
Yeah, I know.
So they'll be, oh my God, you pull a $6,000 card. No. In reality, you pulled a card that's worth a $100 card. Do you really think someone would be like, I paid? You know, that's worse. I've seen a vintage box breaks where the card, I think it was like a $400 box break for first edition Team Rocket. All right, it was like $375 per pack. Do you really think someone will bet if they tell them the truth? Dude, you paid $375, but you pulled a card that's worth $25 raw. Do you really think they'll sell?
No,
Come on.
no, I know.
Really? And by the way, guess what? I made 10K profit off that box. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So you really think that will sell? And they'll be like, "Oh, you want to know how hard it is to get a 10?"
That's why I don't watch them.
That does not sell. That's the darn truth. And
that's why I don't like them.
You know,
it's not honest.
So
it's not transparent.
It's that's the truth, right? But at the same time, people can always go, people could always go, it's people's risk. It's on them. It depends how they sell it. It depends what they market it.
I 100% agree.
That's what it depends.
And all we can do is just tell them, how we see it from our perspective. And as my parents always told me, you vote with your dollar. You either give somebody your view or you don't. And I don't subscribe to those guys anymore. And
I don't even click to them. There's some box breakers, don't get me wrong. I support Safari.
If you know some good ones, let me know.
Oh, Safari Zone. I love that group.
I'll follow.
They did a box break, I think a couple of months ago, and they did a jungle box, and she did it. I love the owner. She put a last sold price on eBay, right? A last sold price on eBay. I think the box was 17,000. So she put 17,000 divided by 36. Bang, that's how she sold it.
Nice.
I'm like, that's amazing.
Perfect.
Right? You put it for a box. So I thought that was fantastic. And let's just say you give them $1,000, whatever, fine, for their work to open 36 packs. But for a $10,000, $6,000 profit, I'm like, and the way that they it's very deceiving. It really is. And it's really kind of sad.
It's more interesting for me personally with Rev, and I'll tell you why. Because he's from my area, so I can pick up on certain inflections. I know how people from this area act. Know how people from this area act, and I've watched enough hours of him now where I can tell when he's just shooting you bullshit.
Really? This is getting juicy. You got to tell me more.
He'll act interested or excited so it's hard. So, okay. It's almost like he acts like he cares what the commenters are saying, but I guarantee you he doesn't. And it's hard to if we were commentating on a live, I could point it out. Where it's happening, but it's almost like fake enthusiasm is what it is. And I cannot stand disingenuous fake enthusiasm.
Okay. I don't really watch him, so I don't know, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what originally turned me off to it. Now,
gotcha. Okay.
I'm just going to do it. Why not? We're talking about it. I have an issue with PokeBlue or Caribou.
Oh, okay. Okay. I apologize. I'm not going to say anything because I do not watch any of them. So,
you know who Caribou
I'm here to listen. Oh, I do. I really like her. Okay, I like part of the video. But yeah, okay. But yeah,
So,
go ahead.
I think she is partially a hypocrite, and I'll tell you why. This
Okay.
has been bothering me. So, everyone knows the video she made about going after people making money off of. She did clarify, because I've watched her video with Jake 3 or 4 times now. Jake went on her channel, and I've watched that video over again, like at least 2 or 3 times, because it's very good, mostly because Jake's on it, not because of her. But here's my problem with her. She likes to act like she's better than everyone, that she's doing something that's noble. Yet I cannot stand her thumbnails with her short ass shorts on, where she's selling Pokemon cards. She's using skin. I'm not stupid. I'm a strong man. I follow a lot of people on Instagram that use skin to sell whatever there is they're selling. And when she's sitting there in those tiny short little shorts with her thumbnail trying to promote her video, I'm sitting back like, girl, you're doing it. You're trying to sell your channel using a vehicle that's a marketing tactic. It's a marketing tactic. You have to wear those shorts in that thumbnail. I mean, what do you like? Really? It's Pokemon. What are we doing here, guys? Like, it's not. We're not. It's not Calvin Klein over here. I mean, I don't know. So that's my impression of her after listening to that video like 4 or 5 times about her, going off about all these people trying to make all this money off of Pokemon and how it's disingenuous, and then I'm like, okay, well then, could you put some pants on? Like, I'm just saying.
I'm dying over here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Where'd you find that?
I just had to. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. I
like,
don't watch the video. I've only watched it. That was real. Wow. I have tears in my eyes, and the Clippers are losing. That made my night.
How much time's left?
Oh my god. They're done. They're done.
Oh,
I
they're
already
done.
turned
They
it
lost.
off, you
Oh,
guys.
okay.
I've already turned it off. No. Don't.
I'm gonna laugh if she sees this.
Oh my god. Wait, so she sells cards? I'm a little bit confused.
No, she doesn't sell cards. She does. She might do some pack breaks. She doesn't sell cards. I do like her content. I will say that.
So what's wrong with that? I'm just so confused.
Because I'm assuming she makes money off of YouTube ad revenue.
Yeah.
So you're using skin to make money, which is hypocritical of people that are doing other less than authentic ways of making money. It's not a one-to-one relationship, but I don't like people in general. I don't like people that use sex to sell things. I just don't. I don't think
she sells other things. Gotcha.
Like, I don't know how she makes her money, but what I'm saying is that the thumbnails themselves are getting the clicks. You know what I'm saying? So somebody at one point probably went, hey, if you wear those shorts, more guys are going to. There's legit people on Instagram that do this with Pokemon cards, though. There are people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Best breasts ever. Have you seen that YouTube? eBay. I'm sorry, that email. Sorry, I hit this again.
The eBay one. Yes.
I thought, hey, you know what? To be honest with you, oh my god,
this is a kid's game, though. I mean, come on.
It's fine. To be honest with you, that's your opinion. I'm just like, you know what? If she can do it, go her. That's my opinion on that. But I don't watch her content. I thought that was really funny. So that's really funny.
You didn't think that's where I was going to go with that, did you?
I did not. That caught me off guard. That completely caught me off guard. That is really, yeah. The Clippers are done. I closed that. Oh my god, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Oh my god, it's the internet and people do it. Clippers are going fishing. They are. Clippers are done. Oh my lord, that was good.
Comments.
That was really, I love the comments. But I mean, I guarantee no more. I never guarantee that. But guarantee no more. That's really sad. But But the waifus, yeah, exactly, the waifus, exactly.
The waifus.
The waifus people, that's so funny. The waifus can't
Although,
say
you know what's
otherwise.
funny about the waifus? They
Mhm.
banned. I mean, look at what the guy brought the ban cards. They banned Misty's Tears, but yet you have waifu cards these days, which is basically like almost hentai on a card. So which is it, guys? What are we okay with here? What's like this is for 12-year-olds. Why are we making these cards? Like no, like I mean the Skyla card, I mean I like Skyla. I have a whole binder of Skyla. But I'm just saying, like, who's your target audience? Why are they making these cards? You banned Misty's Tears back in the day because it was too
Yeah,
suggestive.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Whew. I'm glad we move on that other subject. I thought that was really sorry, I'm a simpton for the, but what's a waifu? Oh, Google it, Tim Rocket.
Yeah,
Google it.
Google it.
Google it.
You got your
Google it.
husbandos and
Google it. Google it.
I almost lost it
Google
when I
it.
heard that term for the first time. Husbando.
That's what I thought. Thank you, John. That's what I thought.
What?
What is it? The twerking Misty? Isn't that in Evolutions? What I forgot what
I
it
don't
was. The
know.
twerking Misty. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Is it?
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna move on. That for me, my opinion, go her. That's my opinion, go her. So, as long as she's not lying to people, going out there, if she wants to do it, that's
She's
me.
not. I'm sure it's the one thing. Boo I think is a good person. We set that straight. I just think that the using the shorts to make thumbnails thing, I was like, really, like that's a little hypocritical, I'd say, of people and judging how people make their money. I'll say that after you just made like a 4-hour video of like this reveal of the scumminess of the internet and how people are making their money, and then I'm like, yeah, but you're in shorts on your thumbnails. Like, I mean, you're obviously trying to make money off that too. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right, you guys. I think we are gonna be last call, and we're gonna last call. We are done. I am tired, and I'm gonna go cry to
I could use a
myself this
drink.
bed.
I'm
Oh yeah.
hungry.
You're hungry.
Yeah.
Wow, the Clippers are done. Done. Oh my lord. Anyways, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I did a couple of shipping last time, so let's do a giveaway. Let me see here. Let me go here. Okay, well, I'm gonna give this card out for a while. Okay, so that Pikachu, a VMAX. I'm pretty sure some people got this already, but that's probably one of the best cards that I picked out. I was gonna do some box breaking, but I'm so tired, you guys. I apologize. Pick a hashtag, by the way.
What do you mean?
Pick a hashtag for the giveaway. Just a hashtag.
Oh,
Anything.
I don't know. June giveaway.
Oh, I love it. All right. I'm gonna keep that.
I'm tired.
All right, you guys. Suns and Six. I totally agreed.
Yeah, there you go.
That's embarrassing. But anyways, so this is a giveaway. If you win, just message me on Facebook, on Instagram, and let me know. It's really great talking to you. I assume your name is Joe.
It is.
You as well. Really
I actually don't know your first name.
Anna.
Anna, that's right, because you emailed me. Yeah, I got it.
You know what? My next thumbnail is going to be me in shorts.
Okay, I mean, I'll click on it.
Holding the cell, be like, I should be like, this girl is fake. Fake.
No, fake. You're very genuine. I like your channel a lot.
I used to post for thumbnails. I don't know if you know. I post for yours, and then I used to do this, and then I realized, you know what? There's no point. I'm gonna be on camera. They're gonna see how ugly this looks. Forget it.
Done. Stop.
All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna give final thoughts before I'm gonna get ready for the giveaway. Okay, you guys. Joe's gonna have the floor for final thoughts. This was an amazing conversation.
Yes, it was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun. Thanks, guys. Yeah, final thoughts. This is just, I just do this for fun, guys. This is great. I try and help everyone as much as I can. If you go to my channel, there's lots of videos on how to make some money in the short term to help your collecting goals, basically. I like to show off some of the more unique items I have in my collection. and then just give a perspective of somebody who's both been a judge, run tournaments, has distributor contacts, does investing, played the game at a high level at Worlds and stuff. So I try and share as much of my story as I can for anyone who wants to listen, and that's pretty much it. If you want to follow me on YouTube, I'd appreciate it. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'd appreciate that too. It's all Echo-based collectibles. That's it. I appreciate PokeGal for having me on. It was a ton of fun.
And, are you kidding me? I had a blast. Thank you for
fun.
making my night because the Clippers lost and I'm actually very upset. I'm going to go cry, but that was really funny. You guys, to enter the giveaway, just type in the comments, June giveaway. That's all you have to do. And if you win, you message me later on Facebook or Instagram. And I shipped it in about a week and a half. Do give me time for shipping, you guys. And it doesn't matter where you live. I ship it for free. It's not a giveaway when people pay for shipping. It happened to me, Joe, believe it or not. It was an international. I won. Yeah. I won like a $15 card. And they're like, shipping's $18. I'm like, but wait, I didn't sign up to pay $18. I could buy that card for $15. So I thought that was really funny. So I always thought, all you do is just type in the comments exactly how SRR does it, Blazer does it, June giveaway, and I ship it to you. That's all you do. Message me, and you got to message me right away. I make no exception. No exception. Because someone tried to scam me. They made a fake account. And they're like, oh, hey, this is the person that won. And I figured out it was fake. Yeah, eventually, my gut instinct was like, this over a giveaway. I can like, come on, dude. Like, roll my eyes on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 entries. Perfect. Oh, I got to share my screen. That was really fun talking to you. And I really think with, with the thing is that because me and you have been in the hobby for such a long time, and I noticed this pattern. The people that are in the hobby that have been collecting for quite a while, they share the same sentiment as us. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't like what they see. They said, AB, did you ever get your package? Let me know. They share the same sentiment as us. They don't like to see what's going on. They love the hobby. And where there's people that just wanted to come make a quick buck, that's what they think. They got to go, oh, no, no, no. Keep them out of the blue, keep them completely, make them. I realized that. And I guess, that's a part of having your self-interest because, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 16 entries. Just type in Valley of the Sun. Oh, June giveaway. I'm so sad. I really thought they're going to win. So you want to know something? I went, oh God, they're so over. So I went to the Clippers game, the last 2 games at Staples Center. And I have to say it. I have to say it. There was a lot of Suns fans there, you guys.
Really?
A lot of Suns fans there. Yeah. Not a lot of Clippers fans. Okay, wait, I'll take that back. There were Clipper fans, but there was surprisingly, that's the right word for Suns fans.
Yeah.
So just keep going, you guys. Just hashtag June giveaway. And there's only 16 entries. So let me know. $5 and dim. 18. Okay, it's coming. Oh, and we have fireworks here. Oh, fireworks. I like fireworks, just not the one that it's just a big dynamite, So Clippers down bad. Clippers are gone. They're not even down. They're gone. Well, you guys, so that's good news. You guys want to know why? Because I will not be watching the game no more. I will be sad and depressed. But you know what that means? I'll be doing pack breaking, opening packs. So you guys will have me more. If you hate me, too bad. I'll be streaming tomorrow, I guess. Unless I'm depressed. All right, you guys, it's actually hashtag June giveaway. I'm going to give it another 10 more seconds and then we go from there. But Joe, continue to do what you do. Keep speaking the truth.
I'll try. Thank you.
Continue to, the truth doesn't get views. But I promise you that once people realize what the truth is, they'll be like, oh, okay, that person knows it all along. All right, you guys, that's it. Want to draw.
Who's going to be?
Who's it going to be? Wow, we got a first winner.
Okay.
Hey, I assume he's from Arizona. Oh, that's it. That's why you like the sun.
Yeah, it would be
your
it.
lucky day then. That's it. PokeSly, actually a viewer of mine's been for quite a while. All right.
Okay.
Stay on, Joe, for just give me 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
And
You're
I'm gonna
fine.
let you guys go. Mason won. Poke, you got to message me right away. Right away. Okay? Right away. It's Mason's Art June giveaway. David, I ship your item, by the way. All right, congrats. You messaged me right away, and I will ship. Give me a week and a half, okay? I'm a little bit behind on a giveaway shipping, but give me a week and a half, and then sells it from the store with my autograph.
I like your giant Eevee, by the way.
My hair?
What's that Eevee? What is that?
Oh, this is a light. It lights
up. That's a light? I like that.
Yeah, look. Well, you guys can't see it because my room. But it lights up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta get one of those. That's cute. I like that. Oh,
there's also Pikachu too.
Oh my god.
It's very flimsy though. It falls. It's very flimsy. It opens. Cool. I don't know why, but
I like it.
It was like $30 or $20 on a.
Where'd you get it?
On a Pokemon Center.
Pokemon Center. Okay. I like them. They're neat.
All right, you guys. Cool. First time winner. Nice. Don't drag me into this. All right, you guys. Take care. Oh, so we will stream. We will do pack openings tomorrow. I guess since my Clippers lost, I will do it. I promised them 3 times a week streaming. I've done 0.
So, you've done 0. That's fine.
So, all right. And the next time we got Mr. Houndoom himself. We got Laughing Pikachu. We got Lewis coming on. We got old PokeTubers coming on. We got OGs. All right, you guys. We'll talk then. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Guys. Bye.
Bye.